'Cause now is the right time and I'm feeling alright. I'm playing your game like I know
Woo!
Eric, no plotting. We're watching you.
Oh, well, that's what happens when you plot and you don't stop plotting. Don't stop plotting. Kill all the players.
Supposed to kill the
Characters.
characters.
Yeah, yeah.
The other one is murder.
I have to constantly correct myself and saying that. It's like I'm gonna kill my players, which is really sad when like you're using ChatGPT for something and it's like, oh yeah, to kill, and it's like, well, as a language learning model, I don't recommend that you murder people.
Invite them over to your house under the pretense of playing a game, and then poison
Yeah.
the Funyuns.
That is one downside, because like there are some topics that not even ChatGPT will touch. So like if I was asking it like, oh hey, let's detail some more information about my gods, and I'm like, this is the dark god of murder and hatred, and it's like, no. It's like, okay, all right, well, let's move on to the goddess of happiness or something.
Sunshine and rainbows.
But hey guys, welcome to our Tuesday Dungeons and Dragons game.
Yay!
Oh, Black Tower Stories with the Adventures of Athoria. We are coming in here on chapter 86. Most recently, our little group, Knights of the Silver Mythal,
Silver Knights of the Myth.
Silver Knights of the Mythal. Yeah, they're traipsing through some forests. They got a job from the Adventurers Guild, asking to take care of a plague that seems to be happening, and that plague was said to be raising some of the villagers in Aldrich Mill as zombies. They came to investigate. Turns out there's probably some dark dew going on. After doing a little bit of investigation, they found another hamlet a little farther in the forest, Blackthorn Hollow, was completely ravaged by the plague, and all of its citizens were either eaten and nom-nommed beyond belief, or turned into undead corpse creatures, which then nom-nommed the other citizens beyond belief. So, following that, and you guys getting to go a little ham on some corpses, you guys left Blackthorn Hollow, heading north, which is the direction, as far as you could tell, the cultist that was in Blackthorn Hollow was attempting to retreat towards. Even further into the spooky forest. So, that's where we are at. All right, so let's see. You guys
I
are
have a
heading
question.
into... You have a question.
Yeah, so like if we would have done this quest before the last one with the dragon, would our goddess friend be like, y'all have 10 days to stop this? Or would it have always just been 2?
You don't know.
That's why I'm asking, because I obviously don't know the answer.
You have
Well-
13 days to stop this.
I will tell you that this is an adventure that's been in my pocket for a while, and stuff is happening. So, yeah, you guys absolutely could have failed this, and then you would have heard about it some other place. But that's GM
Fine,
secret
keep
stuff.
your secrets.
Yes, that's what the book is for all of my secrets. Okay, so
What if I stole the
you-
book?
you could do that, but most of my notes are in OneNote.
Well, I can't steal your computer.
You can. Just,
Not feasibly.
I mean, pretty simple.
Yeah.
I have a
Alex
key.
could.
I have a key to
When,
his house.
when Kilmo's in town, he's gonna sneak onto my computer and invite himself to my OneNote as a collaborator, and then view all of my shit.
There's this
That
other
would be
notebook in
hilarious.
here that says not Kilmo.
Yes. Anyway, so you guys left off. Let's see here. the morning of the 61st day of First Seed, following a night's rest, where you guys spent some time on a stony overlook, to ensure you guys didn't get surrounded by whatever might be in these forests. And you guys had a little conversation with Morgan. So, what is your plans today?
Continue heading north, right? Because
Yeah.
that goes into the mountains.
Continue our heading.
Okay. Let's see here. Just pull out a note card. I assume Yandere is heading the expedition, because he usually does, because he knows more about nature and survival and stuff like that.
So I'm assuming you would like me to roll a survival.
I will, but first, I want to get a sense of how you guys are traveling through here. Is there anything in particular that you guys are looking through, or are you just saying north?
We're going to Avedon.
That's west.
She told us to go to Avedon.
Oh yeah, we were told to go do something first before doing.
Well, no. Morgan told you that you needed to go somewhere after this, and on your way there, stop off in Avedon.
Yeah, so we're going to Avedon.
But we have to stop this first.
After
After
you
this.
collect the skull.
Oh,
Yes, you guys were given some instruction on where to
the
take.
Shrine of Mordecai.
What I'm going to do is, while we're traveling, I'm going to have Splish fanning out and asking him to keep a lookout to see if he can find any sickly humans like he saw earlier, or any other humanoid type creatures looking sickly as we're going along. That way, it'll give us a better heading as we are going, and give us a heads up as we are heading up.
Okay. Well. Okay. Good reminder. Go ahead. Use the channel for all the memes and shit. Start rolling in there.
We don't post memes. I don't know what
We
you're
haven't done anything yet.
Lies. Lies.
Yet.
Lies.
Slander.
So much slander. It's crazy. Okay, so setting it out, trying to get an idea. Go ahead and roll me a perception check for your Splish.
He's but
7.
Yeah.
3
Okay.
plus 4.
like a bird
So,
have advantage.
After
or
What? Oh, yeah, he does.
the keen sight or something. That's
Um,
terrible. Your bird
Yeah,
is
keen sight. I forgot about that. $12.
woo.
Wasn't a natural 20, then it rolled to an 8. So,
Well,
of course.
still only counts as 8.
That happens. Got to open a couple windows here. Yes. So after a bit of time, you occasionally get some updates from Splish. The section of the forest you guys are traveling in at this point, this looks like some real old growth forest. So whilst he's flying around, looking down, the tree cover and the canopy is so thick that it makes it very hard to find anything from an overhead view. However, he does spot and let you know that farther north, where you guys are heading, there does look to be some kind of weird object in the forest.
How far away is that object?
You don't know. He does not
Given-
know geometry.
That-
Would I be able to look through his eyes at that point?
Sure, if you have him come down a little lower.
Okay.
Kind of taking a quick look because he has to come down just a little bit for you to see. But based on that vantage point, actually roll me an intelligence check. We'll see what extra information you get out of this.
Using geometry.
22. 18 plus 4.
22.
Okay, so taking a look at it, you can see what kind of looks like some kind of spire that comes up over top of the trees, though not by a large amount. It's more the irregular shape of it compared to it's more of the non-organic shape. It's got very straight lines and angular cuts. Kind of taking a little bit of a look, you guess it kind of looks like some kind of not quite tower. It looks too thin for that. But maybe a turret or a steeple or something like that. The top to some kind of building that sticks up over top of the canopy. But you can tell it looks maybe 3 miles or so.
Okay. And based off of my sight, what is the age of this tower?
It's hard to tell, but you will note that you don't see any kind of smoke plumes or anything else at this distance that gives you any clue to it being a settlement. It may be a lone building. It may be part of a larger settlement. You don't know.
All right. So, given the description that I have, I'm going to take after Izal and use one of her spells, Minor Illusion, to show what it actually looks like. And that's what we're looking at.
Yep.
Oh, that's so
It
realistic.
Well, he's taking some liberties. It kind of looks like terrain. Like if you were playing like in a war game, you look off like 5 feet away, and it's like, oh man, this terrain looks so awesome. And then you actually pick it up and look at it, and you're like, oh, I get it's decidedly less awesome.
I feel like you're both insulting my minor illusion and my terrain building.
No.
Got me a both.
You actually have terrain. I would love to do that, but no one ever plays in person.
I would love to play in person, but I don't live near any of you.
To see
That's
it's
fine.
a
Just
turret
pack up your whole family and move back. I mean, you'll have to pay 5x on your rent, but hey.
Yeah, at least. Anyways, yeah. So I think we're just going to keep on going.
Okay.
Just be wary of what's going on.
All right then. Yandre.
Survival?
Yes, please. Also, a nature, if you don't mind.
Can I assist him with the nature?
Sure.
It's a 25 on your survival.
Damn, I didn't realize that was your bonus for survival.
Do you want advantage, or do you want me to
Oh,
roll?
I already took it. It's a 13.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I just like to think of, because I'm trying to figure out, like, why does Yandere know all the survival stuff? I like to think he knows it all because he's like the guy, 10,000 ways to die. and basically all of his survival is don't do that, that'll kill you. Don't do that, that'll kill you. And if you just avoid that stuff, the rest of it works itself out.
He's surviving
Yeah.
the Feywild. That's way more dangerous than here.
That's true. Nature has
But
no
things are a
rules
lot
over there.
different there.
This is like playing on easy mode. Way easier.
Anyway, so Yandre, you take the group forward, pausing every once in a while to converse with Calum regarding the terrain and the most efficient way to get to where you're trying to go. And several times, you guys try and keep the grade relatively flat, so that way you're not having to hike up and down hills and mountain ridges, which adds a little bit of extra time. But by late morning, you guys can start getting, based on Caleb's continual checking, you look as though you're nearing the area around that space, which Splish is able to confirm does appear to be a settlement. And from what Caleb's able to see through Splish's eyes, looks to be a mostly ruined and heavily overgrown settlement. So very old in nature. And the object ascending out from the forest did appear to be the steeple of some kind of a church or temple at one point. So, Yandre, however, as you're kind of taking a look around, trying to figure out what your next section of movement is, you notice there are some spots where there's objects or something you can tell. It looks as though there is something in amongst the trees ahead of you, partially buried, but the way it is laid out appears unnatural.
I'll point that out to the group.
Okay. Let's go. Is there something we can kill? Chop something down?
I mean, it all looks weird, so I mean, I'm sure you could chop any of it down.
Any like tracks of like undead that have been coming through here? Or we're just
Do I see anything with my 25, Eric?
Going through, you do see some evidence of disturbance from time to time. But as to whether or not it's from undead or perhaps an animal, you can't really tell. There are some places, though, where you can definitely make out tracks, and there appears to be like a 50-50 mix of like deer or boar with human footprints. Although slightly scuffled and dragging, like someone who might be wandering through the forest heavily intoxicated.
Or as a zombie.
drunk hunting.
Maybe. Who can say for certain?
You?
That's true.
Well, I am not a PC in this game, so
How far is our strange looking thing from us?
maybe 100 feet.
Any major obstructions in the way?
Just big ass trees.
Well, I can start approaching it if we want to just go about that way, unless you want your bird to go look at it.
I can look through his eyes and go look at it.
So, taking some time to look through Splish's eyes, your stomach lurches a little bit as you kind of unleash Splish. Your eyes jump in, and you get the sense of suddenly like your vision going, telescopic, and you start gliding through the middle story of this forest. which at this part in time, like, some of the trees have grown absolutely massive, like 10 feet in diameter, large. Very clearly, it has been a long time since any woodsmen or loggers have come through this section of the forest. And the mist continues to hang heavy down below. But as you kind of approach the looming shape, to you it is immediately apparent as part of the shell of an old stone cottage. Heavily overgrown, parts of its foundation has been cracked as trees are growing up from in between the stones. Only a bare amount of the exterior wall and some of the foundation remaining, just enough perhaps to let you know that something was once here.
All right, I relay that information that I get.
Well, seems
I don't know
abandoned.
how. Yeah, I advise that we just keep going forward. I don't really want to do too much searching with Splish and have something go wrong.
Tally ho.
Hello?
Okie dokie.
Was this
So,
this was the steeple thing we saw, right? Just so I can.
nope, this is just another building you guys are finding on the way.
Okay.
And as you guys get closer and just kind of take a cursory look, not really stopping to inspect the area, you guys can see like the ground around here is like really rocky, some of which appears to have perhaps been rubble from the building. You can even look down and see that in some sections of the ground, there are stones heavily worn and mostly buried that kind of run kind of along a stream, as if there used to at one point in time be like a cobblestone road that was right here. Though also with your stone cutting, it appears to have been lacking maintenance for quite a few centuries.
I want to go
but-
look inside the building.
I'll stay out.
Well, there's not really an in and an out. Like, was like a 15 by 20 foot cottage.
I want to go
Most
look
of the
through
foundation.
the walls.
Oh,
Okay.
gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, as far as you can tell, it was very excellently made. Human in construction. Though the mortar used to put the stones, you can definitely tell by its texture and the slight kind of patina of the minerals that kind of run through it over time. This appears to be dwarven concrete.
Ooh. Explains why these walls
So-
stayed up.
Well, yeah. And that doesn't necessarily surprise you, because you have the dwarven lands of Kelgaroon to the west, and then you literally just east of you is the Silver Mountains, and you can see them like 20 miles east of you. So, starting to rise up. So there are a lot of dwarven groups throughout these mountains. So.
All right, I'm done sightseeing.
So, heading forth, though, as you guys are kind of getting ready, Yandre, you hear off in the distance kind of a low boom.
Boom, as in like explosion.
More like, and you can feel that, like, even like you can feel slight vibrations or tremors in the ground at once. So perhaps an explosion or the sound of something very heavy hitting the ground. or a very small earthquake, or a spell
Do I know what direction it's coming from?
north.
The way we're going?
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all hear that?
Hear what?
I don't know. It's like a booming sound, like somebody just hit something.
I didn't hear anything. What direction?
Straight ahead.
Like, can you explain what kind of sound it was? Like, reenact it?
Sure. Boom. But very quiet and very small.
So, more of like a.
No, like a boom. Like a boom. Like a
Like,
explosion. No, not like a popping sound. Listen, it's a boom. What else you want me to say about it?
there's a bunch of different kinds of booms. There's a gun sort of boom. There's the boom when a table snaps. It's kind of, that's more of a crack, but sometimes it can make a boom.
So it was a boom sound. Maybe you can listen to the next time that it happens. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but if it does, you can pay attention.
OOC, but not Volred talking like Kelmac.
Fair
That
enough.
was Kelmac talking.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Any stupid thing that you say today is just going to be from
That's rude.
Kelmac.
No, just that. Just, I didn't mean it like that. Kelmac is inquisitive. Volred
Curious.
is more dense.
Yeah. Okay.
So just head towards
So,
the boom then.
yeah, I say we keep an ear out, and continue going.
What's Splish up to? Should we send him on another mission?
Right now, it's just on my shoulder. Do you want him to go on another mission?
Yeah, I mean, we heard a mysterious boom. That could be anything. It could be more zombies.
Could be a table.
It could be nothing.
Yeah. But as we're traveling, Splish will be heading forward. He'll be keeping an eye out.
Does he only have one eye?
No. He has two eyes. Hence why he has advantage whenever he searches.
Well, I have two eyes. Why don't I always get advantage?
Yours are killing eyes. They're meant for killing.
You get advantage whenever you attack.
I have nothing more to say.
Alright, we'll head to the boom.
Oh, what joy. Okay. So, let's see here. Okay.
I'll use minor illusion to make like small noises that are different kinds of booms. Like this one, like this one, like this one. They all sound off. Like going through a radio.
Okay.
Is it
So-
this one?
Moving forward, you guys kind of head along, starting to follow somewhat the remnants of this cobblestone road that used to exist here. Just because it appears to, because the terraforming of the land in order to put this road in, quite off travel. But how far ahead is Splish looking, Caleb?
Let me double check my find familiar telepathy. Telepathy, 100 feet.
Think so.
So I would have him between 80 and 100 going back and forth.
Okay. So, taking a little bit slower pace, I guess, to make sure that he's able to surveil ahead of you
Yeah.
guys. Okay. So he kind of makes his way out in a little bit of, zigzag forward pattern. As you guys approach further, you get a ping from Splish. Right around the time, Yandre, you hear like a little bit of a cracking noise, almost kind of like wood giving way.
And where is that coming from? Is it close by?
It's coming from ahead of you guys.
But is it close?
At this point, 100 feet ish.
There's something up ahead.
Yeah,
Where?
Splish just said something as well.
These trees are too damn big.
It sounded like some wood giving way. Something stepped on something.
Those were bushes, he's all.
They're very tall bushes. You heard something? You heard a tree cracking that far away?
It's just right up there.
A tree kraken. Only slightly more dangerous than a land kraken.
Let's approach cautiously, and I'll see if Splish can get closer but higher, so he can see what's actually making the noise.
Okay. You guys let kind of Splish go up into a tree and look down at the area. And from what you can tell, kind of gazing through Splish's eyes, looking down, you spot a fallen tree that seems to have hit the ground and splintered, covering up and obstructing part of the roadway ahead of you. But that is not the most important thing. Right near where the tree fell, you see a cart that is piled high with rotting corpses, and a myriad of undead creatures, two of which happen to be massive zombie ogre type creatures who are in the process of what looks like trying to move some of the debris of this large tree out of the way.
Does it look like it just fell in front of them, or that they knocked it down?
No, it looks as though it fell in front of them. And the tree's pretty old and kind of dry rotted.
Well, that's just hilarious. I'm going to give a brief explanation of what I just saw, and I think we should go take care of them and make sure we burn the bodies.
Were those?
So crack some skulls.
Oh yes, many skulls.
So is it just 2 of the live undead ogres and the rest dead undead?
Yes, that I saw. They might
Yeah,
come to
there. From what you could tell, there is a half dozen or so human-size undead, and then 2 large ogre undead.
Oh, gotcha.
Like a taxi.
So like 8 moving bodies.
Yep.
Like a lich.
Okay.
An undead Uber. A Ghoulber.
Gulber.
So you want us to go now, or you want to wait?
Let's wait until they clear out the tree.
The tree's not stopping us.
Smart.
That's fair because we don't have a cart.
Is there like
Let's sneak up behind them and get a first attack.
we could just set the cart on fire?
I'm not very sneaky.
Not very.
That's
I'm not
fair.
very ranged.
Well, looks like it's your opportunity. Looks over at Volred.
Okay.
Dude,
You try to draw them this way, like shoot them, and then they come after you. But then you come to us, and then they're right here.
well, question. Red, do you just want to fly and just rain down arrows on them?
What do you mean?
I can cast fly on you, and then you could just go up and just shoot them till they're all dead.
How long have you been able to do this?
Quite a while, but it's never really made sense because we've never really been able to preemptively strike.
What do you mean? We preemptively
Just-
strike a whole bunch of people.
We just did last zombies we killed.
And the goblins that we had to fight before,
What the lizard folk?
and
That
the
was
other
really-
zombies, and those other peoples that we had to fight before. There's a lot of
Those
opportunities to preemptively strike somebody and fly up in the air and shoot.
Well, do you want to do that?
I would like to go there.
Wait, do you know how to fly?
Are you afraid of heights?
No and no. So that's a double negative, so that's a yes. That was something they taught me in private school.
But there is. It's.
I just don't want you getting up there and then just falling out of the sky for no reason.
Yandre, have you seen my physical mobility before? Flying, it'll be easy.
I cast fly on Volred.
There he goes.
Okay.
Oh, this is making me miss Knock.
Not me.
Eldritch Blast.
I'm gonna look for kind of a clearing by us in case this goes haywire and they start charging us somehow. Like, okay, start moving some branches out of the way. Want them to come right here, and just wait.
Or maybe we should actually like hide, so that way if they do try to come into this area, we can at least get like some kind of
All right,
pop up on them, you know?
we'll go find some downed logs, and I'll get out my heavy crossbow.
Hiding. When? Okie dokie. So, Volred is flying high right now and
Under the influence.
moving forward.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, hold on. Does he have a range? You have a range of 100 feet.
I have a range of 150 feet.
So does he necessarily have to move forward in order to see these things if he flies up?
Yes, because there are numerous large trees and then smaller trees and then undergrowth. So there is actually not a whole lot of line of sight in this forest for you to just hit everything. It's pretty dense.
Can he hit something?
Yep.
Without having to fly forward.
From where you guys are at, no. The closest you can get to really get something in your sight, you would have to be forward about
Bear back.
60 feet. That's about 40 feet away from Splish.
Cool. Those were my questions.
Is that okay with you, Volrit?
Sure.
Okay. So as you kind of move up from where you're at now, you can spot. Actually, from this part, you can spot two of the smaller, like humanoid zombies. One that appears to be ahead of you, kind of like 11:30, and then the other that appears to be like off your front right, like at 1:30. And then even farther than that, you can also, between a downed log and a massive tree, you can spot one of the ogre zombies who appears to be trying to lift part of the...
Oh, I'm most
Lot.
certainly going for the ogre. Whichever one looks most convenient.
Okay. Well, the ogre zombie's the one in the farthest back, but he's definitely the biggest dude.
I thought you said there were 2 of those.
There are, but the other one is behind a tree, and you can't see it.
Okay, I'm gonna go after the ogre.
Assassination.
Assassination.
Classroom.
Good.
Am I good to go?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm having a little bit of an issue with my D20 real quick.
Some performance
Or D&D
issues.
Beyond. That was supposed to be with advantage, so I'll just tap that again. Okay, so 28 and 15, I'm going to use my Elven Accuracy to roll again. See if I can get something even better.
It's already
but I
a
should-
crit.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but I still like doing it.
It's fair.
Okay, so that 28 is going to crit. So 12 piercing damage, and can you remind me how we do crits again?
You max
So-
out. Go ahead, Barry.
Right. So normally you double the amount of dice. Instead, you're gonna essentially your first set of dice are maximized, and then you just roll the second set and add it to the maximized damage.
So you have 5d6, so 5 times 6.
6 is 30.
Just
30.
without the +5 bonus, so it would be 38 plus whatever you just rolled.
68.
So you did 68 points of damage.
68.
Boom.
Okay. Okay. With that, let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, yeah.
I rolled a nat 1, so I got a 10.
That's fair. You went first already.
22.
22.
7.
Got that
I got
natural
a
20 right
17.
there. And Kelmac got
Oh,
A
real
1.
quick, I also have Piercer. When I score a critical hit that deals piercing damage, I can roll 1 additional die.
Okay. So what's kill max bonus?
0. So it's a 1. Just a flat 1.
Yep, that tracks.
So I ended up rolling an 8 on that D8, so let's call that a total of 74.
Okay. It's even better.
68 plus 8 is 76.
76.
76.
No, I heard
And
74.
I'm like, I'm not even good at math.
I didn't go to school for math.
Nice job on Kelmac's initiative.
Oh, yeah. There was a natural 20 and 2 natural ones rolled in this initiative, all resulting in varied numbers.
Okay, so first up here, based on the initiative order, I see both Izal and Yandere got 22s, so you guys can decide in what order you want. You got a 17?
Yeah, Yandre
Correct.
was just cheering for me.
Oh, okay. Because your stuff
Yeah.
didn't auto-populate. So,
Oh,
so
yeah,
Izal, you are up.
With no clear line of sight, I will just hold my action towards the zombie area until something pops up, and I'm going to shoot him with my heavy crossbow.
Okay, so you're gonna hold your action.
Yeah.
Do we have a map for this?
Sure, but unfortunately, you're the only one close enough to see the map.
Fine.
So
Works for
what
me.
we'll have to do is I'll move the rest of you to the GM layer. And then I will move Andre up to the map. No, wait, not Andre. Andre, come back player. Okay. Now, good news is our wonderful producer Jace should still get to see it. He'll just only see it from Yandre's point of view.
I just see a
Mine
regular
or Volred's?
map. No, 'cause I see the regular
Okay.
map. So
Let's do it this way then.
okay.
Is it supposed to be my point of view or Volred's point of view?
Full red. Sorry. Yes.
Okay. Now let me. Sweet transition on over.
Yeah. Sorry. I keep forgetting that this works just fine if you're not streaming it. Okay. So as you can see, way up at the top of the map, that's the ogre zombie guy that you attacked. Let me just double check. Okay. So, and then Izal, that means you're good 80 feet south
Yep.
from here.
I wasn't sure we were heading out there, so I just hold my action to shoot something.
I guess if you guys are staying 100 feet from Splish, I guess you're really only like 50 feet, but still okay. Let's see. Next up, let's see this guy.
Zoom in and stuff. Cool. Wow, that thing's tanky.
Yep. Okay.
What?
So, yep. And then with that, I also forgot to do the 20 stuff. Okay. This one sees food. Nom 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 nom. This one sees food. Nom 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 nom. And then, yep, that's all that you guys can see. So it is Yandre.
Okay. So Volred is about how, like 60 feet in front of us now?
Yeah, about 50. But
About 50. I would like to move up about 10 feet to get within like 40 feet of it, and then hold my action to shoot my crossbow once I see something pop up.
okay. Next up,
Yeah.
full red, you're on deck.
Full Red rolled a 1 and got higher than Caleb.
+9, baby.
+1.
This guy's gonna rush up here. Let's see.
He's pretty.
About 25 by, what is that really? Because you're also vertical.
Pythagorean. I got a chart for this.
Yeah, Pythagorean theorem. How high off the ground are you, Bullet?
Oh, well, I'm going to be the max amount high enough in order to hit that one guy I hit.
So you're talking about like 15, 20 feet, 30 feet, something like that?
If the maths.
Well, how far away are you from that individual?
I have a Pythagorean chart just for this right now. So just tell me the distances.
Yes. 75.
So it could be upwards of like 100.
I'm going to be like 50 feet.
50 feet up. Okay.
So 50
So
by
a little
what?
bit of a... No, actually, I just
70.
needed to know how high he was. I just didn't want to give him a
50
clue.
by 75.
Because this guy here is going to move up and see Volred, point at him, and cast a spell magic.
How far away is he from me?
Okay.
From you, that put him about 120 feet.
How is Caleb 120 feet away from him if I was only like 60?
Well, because this is how so it depends. I was giving you guys 100 feet away from Splish, which is he's over here on the tree, and so from there, that's like an extra 15, 20 feet from where you guys were at.
115 to 120 feet.
Yeah, I think it just comes down to because the fact that you guys aren't on the map.
Okay.
Well, if they were 115 to 120 feet, then maximum they would be is 90 feet behind me.
Well, I'm talking 120 feet away from the dude who's casting from Caleb.
I didn't know
Okay.
from him.
And this dude's like 45 feet away from you.
90 by 50.
He just really wants to use that.
You are more than 60 feet away, I'll just tell you that much, Caleb.
Okay.
Okay. But, so that's the point is, do you have anything, Caleb? Because we've been
Well, I
kinda
was going
waiting.
to do Featherfall, but
You're 115 feet away.
yeah, I hear that.
Yeah. Okay. And so, in which case, you fall. And...
Our fall
quick.
rules are brutal.
Yes, at 50 feet, that is 15d6 damage.
That's why I told you. I literally said I just don't want you to go up there and fall out of the air.
I didn't hear that.
That's what I'm saying. By the look on Sean's face, he knew where I was going with this. He knew. I'm sure he did. So I'll do it this way. Let me just because I wanna roll all of the dice.
Okay. So I rolled all of these, and it shows on the screen, but it never told me the total.
I saw 61.
What?
Oh, okay. 61, which is perfect for my 63 hit points.
Well, no, the DM
Eric's
gets a
rolling.
little bit damage.
Oh, I don't roll. Oh, okay.
Yep. So, yes, it's just a lot of dice. So, but probably not as much damage as you think it
Here's the
is.
question. Do I count this damage as damage for Eric, or do I just count it as regular damage? Because I don't want to give him like 60 points of damage for Volard falling out of the sky.
If anything,
He caused
Volred
it.
did this damage to himself.
I ain't giving it to Volard.
I mean, I get.
Just give it to me. I'm the one who did it.
It's damage inflicted
If
by
anything,
Caleb.
me because I caused the damage.
What? We'll divide it by 3.
Okay. Volred, that is 55 points of bludgeoning damage. Yeah. I mean, 50 feet, unless I rolled really crazy, that's probably not going to be to down you. But
Okay, I fall.
it is
And-
and you hit the ground, take that damage, and you are now prone. Which means melee attacks against you have advantage, ranged attacks against you have disadvantage, and you have to
How is
use.
this start?
So let's see that guy. Okay, and I think that may be. Oh wow. Sorry, I thought you had more hit points than that.
Nope.
Okay.
We just had a discussion about
Yeah,
how
yeah.
my points.
Holy shit,
I'm still
Volred.
alive.
You have less than 1 Kalem. Your max hit points is less than 1 Kalem.
He has more than me now?
He does.
I have 63 hit points.
Do the same.
I have
No,
69.
69.
I roll.
You have
Wow.
less than a Kalem. Oh, you know what that means? Volred is going to be the new measuring stick.
That's fair.
Speaking of Volred, you are on the ground, hurting, and of course you happen to land on a section that was part of the stone path, so
The one
That
bit of
didn't feel
stone.
good.
Way to go. Out of all the forest, you hit the one part of rock.
I would
Yeah.
dash, cunning action dash, and get the fuck out.
He has to stand up first.
Yeah, does that count as one action?
It's half your
that
movement.
counts as half your movement.
That's perfectly fine with me. So I will stand up.
15 feet.
And then you can dash if you need to.
I'm going to go there with just my movement. Then I'm going to dash over here. That's it.
You also have an action or a bonus action dash, whichever one you didn't use.
I have a. Okay. Well, actually, would taking a healing potion be a bonus action?
It would be if it's the one attached to your belt.
Unless you used, because you dashed, which you can use as an action or a bonus action. So you can.
So
really
either
use
way, you can do
one.
both.
Yeah, you can either take it as an action and
Okay.
drink, or as a bonus action. Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
For you particularly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have.
I need to actually just like, or maybe you guys need to do that. Actually add like a belt to your inventory as a container object, and that way you can actually assign a potion to it, and you always know which one is the one that's in there.
Yeah, how do I know if I have one on my belt? I have in my equipment.
We don't.
You can only do one per combat.
Cool. Well, I'm going
That's
to take that.
another way of saying, you know.
Max that, so I got 10, so I'll be healing 10.
Ooh, nice.
And that ends my turn.
Yeah, that puts you at like just under a third of a Caleb.
A third of a Lord.
Okay. Now, that was mocking me this time.
Yep.
I'm okay with
Okay.
it, but I'm calling it out.
Yep. Next up, Caleb, you are on deck. So this is big guy who got hit.
That other ogre's wearing a shirt.
That other ogre is wearing a shirt. But let's see, what is this guy's speed? horrible. He's good. Okay. Sploosh, 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 sploosh. And that's all he can do, because he goes on, dude. Calum, you are up. Kelmac is on deck.
So, seeing that kind of sucks.
Yep, you're not entirely sure what happened. You just saw a flash of light and then Volred drop.
Alright, did I see this one run away?
Which
Or
one?
is he not the one wearing a shirt? Or did
Nope.
he just go forward?
That guy went kind of forward. You can probably see pieces of him.
Gotcha.
The guy wearing a shirt hasn't acted yet.
Okay.
He got
I
a
had looked
0
away.
for his initiative, so he'll be going after Kelmac.
Yeah, I looked, he got a what to his nickname?
He got a 0.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just looked away and I saw everything change, so I was like, wait, what happened? Alright, so seeing that Volred just go wee. I'm
Yeah,
like,
but
oh,
he
shit.
got up and ran off, though. So,
Yeah. So I'm going to try and position myself to get a better vantage to where I can try and see these individuals. How far of movement will I have to spend for that?
so what are you trying to do? Just a better vantage point?
Yes, so I can actually see these people. Because what you said is I'm not really able to see them because of all the trees, correct?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, do you want to get up, like, where Volred is? Because you could do that in one turn.
I want to get within 120 feet of the purple guy.
Okay. So, to the edge of the map, that's 65. Which means you're almost there.
Alright, so I'll position myself to where I can see him and wall of force him.
Okay.
Walls.
I'm gonna doodle.
Why are you going to draw on your own map?
Well, because you're wall of forcing.
Yep.
Jerk. So where's the wall of force gonna be?
It's going to be completely surrounding the guy in the purple shirt.
Walking hand in hand
The
on the
caster
ocean
who dispelled.
floor, down to
No.
And are you?
The ogre. The big old ogre.
Okay.
There is no cure in this together.
Because I know, based on my knowledge, I would know that the mage did dispel magic. So, doing it directly on him, he might not dispel it on his own turn.
I thought it was the other guy who did the spell. One of the humans.
Yes, the human guy did it. That guy. He was asking if I was going to wall of force him. No, I was wall of forcing the ogre to keep him out of the fight
Fair enough.
as long as possible.
Yep. Especially
And-
since you guys know that these guys are tanky.
Yeah, and I'm going to try and give myself cover behind the biggest tree that I can see.
Okie dokie.
And that ends my turn.
Alright, kill Max up.
Given that the splish was about this area by that tree, you're 100 feet away from splish. That means it's 50 feet from the edge of the map, right?
Yep.
We're about 50 feet off the edge of the map.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know what the map looks like outside of the map because it doesn't exist. Can Kelmac use his 45 feet of movement to sprint up all the way diagonal or next to Volred?
Yes. Also, remember that Kelmac can move double his movement speed as long as he doesn't dash or something.
That too. Is he a Leonin or is he a Tabaxi?
Oh, you're right. He's not a Tabaxi.
He gets a 10-foot bonus, so his speed is 45. So if I aim from his aura, he gets the 10 feet. So he gets
Yeah.
But seeing how it's 45 feet to the edge of here, not knowing where he's supposed to be on that edge side of the map, it could be a 2-line straight line for Volred. So I was asking if he could just be adjacent to if it's 45 feet.
Yeah, I mean, and he's got enough movement that if he wanted to be like 10 to 15 feet past Volred, he could do that too. Like if he just wanted to get in front of him.
Then we'll put him right here in front of him.
Okay.
And he'll say something cheesy, and he'll go, Volred, you look terrible. You should know better. You should land on your feet and off insert catch hook. And he'll use 30 lay on hands points. This touches you.
Is that just normal 30 heal?
He heals you 30 points.
Cool.
You've almost got a Volred.
Yeah.
That was an action, movement, and he will. That's it. He's gonna kind of stand guard in front of you.
Okie dokie. So next up would be the other ogre zombie, who at this point in time is hate bashing this wall. So he's not in a happy mood. What's he's all going to do in response?
Some people moved up like, hey, are we going to them or are we trying to get them to come to us?
It looks like the element of surprise has been foiled.
God damn it. I put the crossbow away, I pull out the axe and run forward. And I'll rage and sprint forward. So I have 35 plus half my is 20, so 55 feet and stand. Just right here. That's as close as I can get.
Okay. I am Izalzala, wielder of the hammer of the axe of the golden ford.
I'll tell that next time. I ran all the way up here, wasting my freaking time. Alright, that's it for me. Volred, you look like crap.
Actually, he looks okay right now.
The blood's still there.
Alright.
There's a Volred-shaped imprint on the stone block. My stone cutting told me that.
It's a very interesting use of stone cutting.
This looks like a Volred hit it. Ooh, we're getting close.
We're all about to get fireballed. Oh, it's 15 feet, everyone.
Bold move.
And that was me checking something, by the way.
Yonder's about to fire
Oh,
balls.
gotcha. That'll teach you.
Okay. Yandre, what you got going on?
Well, since everybody's moving, I'm gonna move to here.
Okay.
And then when I get to that spot, I will cast Spirit Guardians.
It's a 20-foot radius.
15.
Pretty good.
And after 30, look over at Volred. I told you to do one thing, and it was not fall out of the sky.
No response.
You see my athletic prowess? They should be able to fly. This is super easy. Yandre
He's
like
doing more.
Yandre takes like a fortified position and just kind of waits.
Okay.
My turn.
This guy, Volred, you're on deck. Yandre, as you're kind of looking over towards Volred and such, you watch the caster up at the top of the hill. You see a flash of light as eldritch projectiles stream towards you. Let's see if he hits. That is a 22 to hit.
And that's towards me.
Yep.
Oh, well, that'll hit.
That is 10 points of necrotic damage. And let's see if the second bolt hits. Yep, that's even better. It's a 23. For an additional 12 points of necrotic.
So 22 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay, and then what's the save again?
No, it's just necrotic damage.
No, I mean for concentration. I have a concentration spell up.
10.
Oh, it's usually... Yeah, in this case, because it's half the damage you take, minimum 10.
Well, doesn't he have 2 of them? So 2 of them 10.
Yes. 2 checks, both at DC 10.
You have a plus
And
3.
then plus 3.
Yeah, because they're constitution saves.
Oh, they both save.
Nice.
Okay. Now looks like that's it for him. Full red.
Oh, I'm definitely shooting at the mage.
Okay. Makes sense.
And 13 on these of an accuracy. 19 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Indeed. 23 points total damage. Can't use Piercer to reroll the sneak attack damage, can I?
Nope, it's only your weapon damage.
Got it. That is it.
Okay. Let's see here. Next up, Ogre Zombie. Calum, you're on deck. Calum, you're up. Kelmac, you're on deck.
Alright. I'm going to cast Vitrolic Sphere right here. And it'll hit big guy, that one, and that one.
So it's 20-foot radius.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, can I cast it in something?
No.
Well, in the tree, so it goes all the way around it.
I wouldn't think so.
Okay.
That would just be an obstruction.
Yeah, then I will.
Yeah. The same way that, like, if the tree was hollow and someone was in the tree, I also wouldn't subject them to vitriolic sphere if there's
Yeah,
a
so I'll-
barrier between them and the
So
spell.
I'll actually cast it right here. So it gets this individual, this one, and this one. You got all four?
Yeah, I'm just checking. So, this guy. So you want this guy, this guy, this guy, and the mage.
Correct.
Right. And then there's a save for that.
Dex 16.
Yikes. Dex save for undead. That's we'll go ahead and roll up the damage. Let's see. Okay, interesting enough, the zombies passed, but the big guys did not.
29 points of damage.
Okay, so even with success. And you said 29?
Yes. And then on the two that failed, they take an additional 5d4 at the end of their turn.
Yep.
And it was the mage and the ogre, correct?
Yeah. And what kind of damage was this? Acid?
Yes.
Actually down as his fetid body is being melted. That zombie's not looking. Oh, the zombie's not looking too good. This zombie's looking more like a skeleton right now. Anything else?
That ends my turn.
Okay, Kel max up.
That's gonna just reposition right here. And temporary lean, scale render away, and pull out a javelin and chuck it at this one.
At the big guy or the little zombie?
Little guy in front.
Okay.
The 15 hit it.
15 will hit.
Does 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Zombie takes the javelin, rocks back, hits the ground, but then climbs back up again.
And
Got that undead fortitude.
he'll get skill render ready for any incoming attacks from it, because he can't draw another one out there.
Okay.
That's it for you.
Did Caleb lose concentration on Wall of Force?
Nope.
I haven't taken any. Whoa, what? Oh, there's probably another one that dispelled it.
Well, Dispel Magic does not get rid of Wall of Force.
Yeah, so how did the Wall of Force go down?
You don't know?
Disintegrate.
Or Anti-Magic.
But let's see. That's all he can
Question.
do. That guy's dead.
Am I still concentrating on Wall of Force?
No, it's gone. The spell failed.
Okay. So that's a thing. As soon as I see him out, I'm like, he shouldn't be moving around.
He's all.
Okie dokie. Let's see what we can
Go
see.
for the big one is all.
There are two big ones.
The one in the back.
The farther back
Great, you
one.
picked the one. Yeah, you picked the ones you can't possibly get to in one turn.
Ho ho ho, bold of you to say, sir. But I am an idiot. As I pull out my javelin of lightning and say its magic word, Hjonarik, and it ignites in lightning, and I hurl it to the purple-shirted one, all the way in the back at disadvantage.
Fair enough.
Hence the I'm an idiot part. Oh!
Oh, natural 20. Oh,
That was on the first hit.
but I know
That was
disadvantage.
at
Come
14,
on.
so 14 would be the one that hits. if it does.
14 hits.
All right. So, I need dexterity saving throws for all three of them, since they're all in the line that I just threw.
Yep. Zombie fail, ogre zombie. What's the dex?
That's 13.
Ogre zombie passed somehow.
So, anyone who passed takes half. So, big zombie takes the 9 points and 6 points of magical piercing and lightning damage. And then the other two take the 12 points of lightning damage straight up. I got it to work.
Nice shot.
That zombie exploded.
12, 12, and
This
15.
one actually. Yep, that one actually passed Undead Fortitude. So he's still up, but he's a crispy char zombie. Let's see. Damage. Anything else?
Let me check something real quick, because that was just one of my hits. So, check. Not really, but just what they're asking. Ooh, I can add my Divine Fury to that javelin attack.
Nice.
There's a weapon attack, technically.
So to the ogre, it will also take damage of 3 plus 5 for 8 points of damage.
Extra.
Yay. And then I really want to run out there and go hit something. But I want to stay in the safety net area.
It's about to move anyway.
The safety net?
The spirit guardian?
Yeah. Yandere, are you about to
Yeah.
move?
Yeah.
Where are you moving?
I'm about to bash some heads. This is the whole reason why we came out here.
Where you going? I want to go there too.
About somewhere over here.
Cool. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. With my movement, and I'm going to hit this one with my axe.
I could just imagine he's all going, where are we going? Where are we going?
There's 2 of them. Actually, 35. I'll go the other way. I'll give Summer Yandere this other big one. I'll go this way. And I'm gonna hit this one with my cool axe. So 21 to hit for 7, 8, 9, 10 points of slashing damage.
He passes Undead Fortitude.
What a jerk! Alright. I'm ready. That's it for me.
Yep. Like, kidding me. It's like, dear Lord. This guy is nuts.
I gotta go get my javelin when we're done, guys. Don't let me forget.
Okay. Yandere, you're up. Full red drawn deck.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
This guy's just gonna come to you. That's supposed to let this guy's on.
okay. Well, so these two enter into the area of spirit guardians. A little wisdom save.
Zambo is going to fail.
And Big Zambo too.
Yeah, no, sorry, I was just trying to move over and see which bonus. And he will also fail.
Great. They would take 3d8 radiant damage, but thanks to our gracious DM who gave me a boon, all of my radiant damage is maximized. So they will take 24 points of radiant damage.
Ah, yes. I vaguely recall that. Back in the Valley of the Fates.
Nice. That's
So, how much was that again?
So they'll take 24 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Ogre Zombie is now crispy. And there is no way that zombie can roll high enough for Undead Fortitude.
Radiant damage cancels out my difference.
Well, that is also true. Radiant damage ignores that. But even if it didn't, there's no way he could roll that high. So yes, so Yandere, you just kind of walk forward as your boundary reaches these guys. You basically just see them, boom, explode and turn to golden dust.
Great. I will bonus action dash. I'm assuming I can get here, right, DM?
Mhm.
And then all three of them will now be in the area as well.
They're not supposed to make their saves till the start of their turn.
It's when they first enter the area. Or
And
if they start their turn.
Right. Well,
Yep.
they're not going into it. You're going into their spot.
Oh, okay. So, well, then that wouldn't have worked for the other
Yeah,
ones.
the other ones should. I thought Eric was doing that because for initiative 20 or something. But I don't know.
well, the other zombie, I was supposed to move him, so he would have entered Yandere's spot.
Okay.
But Hey, it's fine.
Yeah.
So, worst case, you guys killed the ogre zombie one turn earlier than you would have otherwise.
Okay. Well, then with that, I have not taken action yet, so I will also.
Yeah. How much was your radiant damage again?
24.
Okay.
Yandere. Yes.
Okay. Wait. Never mind. Yeah. Okay.
Can I?
Yep. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna use my channel divinity to try to turn undead. Well, destroy undead.
At the big guy.
It's anything that I can hear me and see me within 30 feet.
Okay. Yeah. So it's turn undead, but if they're a low enough challenge rating, it would be destroy.
Correct.
And what's your threshold for that?
I believe it is 1/2. I'm looking at it right now. Hold on 1 second. Bears me one moment. I thought I had it pulled up. The CR. Yeah, CR 1/2.
Okay. All right, and then the rest would be turn. Okay, and then what's the save against that?
16.
And that's
It's
wisdom. So this zombie fails, is destroyed. This zombie fails, is destroyed. What's this big guy's? He actually passed. With a 16.
Alright.
So at least at this particular moment, he is undaunted.
It says Channel Divinity doesn't cost an action. Is that correct?
No, it's an action.
That's strange. It says no action on my. Oh, turn undead. 1 action. Got it. Channel Divinity is not, but turn undead is. All right, that's it.
Yep. Okay.
I got to do cleric stuff.
Captain. Lies and slander. Alright, Volred, you're up. Caleb, you're on deck.
Well, I am going to pew pew at the dude who happens to be wearing a purple tank top. Why is it purple?
So you couldn't find one in red.
Elven accuracy. 20 to hit.
20 will hit.
Damage. And that's it.
Alright. Caleb, you're up. Kelmac, you're on deck.
All right. I am still far out of the map. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move 30 feet in this direction from wherever I'm at so that I start getting on the map. Because so far I've just been lobbing shit from far away. Do I see anybody damaged at the current moment besides Red?
I'm good.
It's me.
Yandre's damaged?
Yeah.
I mean, he's looking like he's participated in combat,
I'm just hanging.
but
But
not
they were damaged.
image.
Yeah.
Yeah, not damaged really. Not injured.
Can I get within 60 feet of Yandre? That would
You're
be-
50 feet away from Yandere.
Oh, there I am. Then yes, I will go ahead and healing word him at second level.
To the club.
Nine points of healing.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And Wand of Magic Missiles. That makes me cast the spell.
Yep.
So I am not able to actually use Wand of Magic Missiles if I use healing word. Okay. In that case, that'll end my turn.
Okay. Kill max up. These all you're on deck. Or I guess no, it'll be the ogre zombie.
Kelmac will look back at Horred. Are you good?
I didn't die, but I'm okay.
I'm gonna go up there and see what I can do. Kelmac is just going to. Yeah, he's good. Bonus action, channel divinity. Gives him his fearless act. That way he has advantage on athletics checks and all that.
Hearts and letters carved into the shore will never grow old.
Where you want to go, Kelmac?
Wanna tell you that it's not, that it's not real life, it is a fairy
On top of an ogre zombie corpse.
Yeah, that's where it's going.
about you, it's the one, it's the one, really
Run there, pick up his javelin in the process.
now I'm currently with you.
Didn't see anything.
Love on me.
So as an action, he will
Makes it harder.
hold the javelin until
White shirt,
this ogre or another enemy pops up. That's in this area. That's like toward this top right direction. So throw the javelin at it. Right now, that ogre's behind a tree. You can't see it.
Yep.
So he's standing on this zombie right
Okay. The ogre zombie starts his turn. Let's make a wisdom throw. 18, so he'll pass. He still takes half damage though, right? Or is it no damage?
now. Half. Save for
For my resident cleric, so it's half. He'll take 12 radiant damage because it's maximized.
Ouchie. Move in, melee.
Can I do a throw? Is he still not able to?
Let's see here. He can be seen.
Kelmac's gonna throw. 21 hit.
21 hits.
5 more points of damage. Yeah.
Okay. Then the ogre zombie that's now standing, looming over Yandere, is going to attempt to bludgeon him with his zombie fists. No, that's a 15.
You hit like a bitch. Oh, and your breath stinks.
Yeah, I mean, he did. So, Izal, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go over here and... Hello! I rip my javelin out of his stomach. I hit him with my axe a bunch. Reckless. I haven't got a reckless all game. Let's get this going. Attacking from a distance. There's a 20 hit.
20
yeah, it
does hit.
does. For 12 points of that damage, plus my radiant damage here is my gentle divine fury. Deals 11 points of damage for a total of 21. Right? So
I don't math.
12
You're
plus
gonna have.
11 is 23. 23 points of damage. I'm smart.
Are you sure?
Sometimes. I've been known to math up on occasion.
Okay. Big
That
zombie.
had radiant
goes.
damage in it, so I got him.
Yep.
Yay.
Yep. No undead fortitude there. With that, you launch into a barrage. The ogre goes. He kind of takes a couple steps back and then just kind of lists forth. And right quick, check. Something. That's not good. Yandere.
Yes.
Well, what I rolled previously and then realized I did out of turn was roll a wisdom save for someone who happens to be inside your spirit guardians. Yep, it's not gonna matter. There's no way that's gonna work. All of a sudden, as the zombie, the big ogre zombie comes down, you look around. There's a brief moment where the spirits around you suddenly wheel and then launch off into another direction. You instinctually turn around to redirect any particular threat until you see right at the edge of your guardians, another one of the mages takes damage. And he rolled a nat 1 for his save. And so he takes some damage, and then he also failed his concentration save, so invisibility drops.
Was he in range of see or hear me? So was he in range for my turn undead as well? Because he needs to make a wisdom save for that. And if he's in range of the spirit guardians, he should be in range of the
You are correct. So with
16.
yeah, 16. You rolled pretty well. It just depends. Yeah, rolled 16, so he just passed.
Okay.
So he's not feared, but I didn't know damage.
It's 24 max
24.
radiant.
Yeah, 24 radiant. So okay. And so they attack. He takes a whole bunch of damage. Fails the concentration check. turns visible, and so it is now his turn. He now recognizes that he's in a really shitty position.
His movement is half while he's in the area too, by the way.
Yep. So what is it?
Is this like a zombie-looking undead creature, or is it like a rogue creature?
This definitely appears to be some. No, he's a human, not undead, though his face is awfully pale.
So okay, so if it wasn't undead, he wasn't going to take that turn undead anyway.
Well, he would still.
Okay, so he's that kind of undead.
Yes, he would still.
Death touched.
But anyway, so yeah, what is he gonna do now? He's in a not very good position. He's already used that spell.
Wait, did he roll a wisdom save for the last time that he was in the turn, or is he just rolling it now?
This is his first time. But that's why originally I rolled for when you entered over top of him. And that's why when I was like, Yandere, and I was like, oh, wait, no, we ruled that he'll have that. And I was like, great, because I rolled a nat 1 on this save. And then I rolled actually on his turn and got another nat 1. It's like, well, okay, I guess it was destined. So it moves half speed, so basically every move costs him double. So that means this move actually is going to cost him 10, 15, 25, 30.
Coward.
Yeah, dude. He saw what you did. He was you get the feeling he was like invisible just watching you guys so that maybe he can go report later. So he was just spying on you guys. And that turned out to be a bad idea. Because Spirit Guardians doesn't care. As far as I'm... Because his spirits are also normally invisible. So he's going to run away. And we can go ahead, because that's all he can do. I assume you guys are going to run him down.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
If I get a chance, I'm just running right at him.
Okay.
It's a
Well,
hobby of ours.
yes. Well, he's got, like, no hit points. So, yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Yandere.
He's a gentle jog away.
Get my light bringer. Pop that one on, and I'm gonna attempt to swing at him. It's not as nice as just automatically hitting him, but you know what? We're gonna take what we can get. And I will take that.
Natural 20. Oh god, yeah.
Okay. How would you like to do this?
Mace of Disruption.
Yandere sees him like he hits the Spirit Guardians and then like appears real quick, goes whoop, and then runs off. Yandere says, "Oh nah." He runs real quick. See you later, motherfucker. Just like swings down and crashes down on him. Woo!
That's great.
So that's a base 12 damage plus whatever you roll.
Yeah, you might as well roll. He only had 12 hit points. But so he's definitely down.
So 12 plus 4 plus
What's a D6?
maximized radiant damage, which is 6.
6.
So 24. 20,
22?
Yeah, 12 plus 4 plus 6.
It's 22.
Not bad, man.
22.
Nice.
Okay.
Summer Yandre's feeling real good about himself right now.
I bet.
Okay.
Y'all see that? Yeah!
Very nice. Great forehand.
Is that what that is? Forehand?
3 forehand. Front punch.
Nice. And then Yandra will walk back to the group and just kind of scout around to see if there's anything else or anybody else.
Not that you can see anyone else, but you guys can take some time investigating the area. But first, we're going to take a break. And then come back here in about 15 minutes and see what you guys discovered or didn't discover.
Corpses. Bye.
Corpses.
transition.
Yeah. Kill them all.
I got bored off screen. I'm
Well,
"Yes, like
Izal, you successfully massacred your entire party while they were rummaging around for loot.
yeah, but I'm haunted by the ghost of Volred.
Ooh.
Thank you, Volred.
No problem.
That might be a little funny if like Volred was in like green body paint, and so we just kind of saw like pieces of him.
You get a green morph suit. It would work too perfectly. We want it to be janky.
I can do that.
I mean, this is the same effect it would have, though. Just having your screen down. You'd just be invisible.
All right, there we go. Hey guys.
Hey,
Well,
Why?
now, hey guys. Sorry that we had to, role play the party taking deuces in the camp, but I mean, in the forest. But yeah,
Needs to be done. Needs to be done.
hey,
on
you
occasion.
try putting 3 kids to bed in 15 minutes and get yourself food.
Yeah.
Deal.
Okay. So, after you guys start collecting the bodies you can collect, because some of them are rather large, you guys go and burn the bodies, right? That's what Kelmac was saying. So you guys find some places that looks like probably.
I would also like to go to where I had my wall of force, and I'm going to try and inspect the arcane field around the area to see what was used to get rid of the wall of force.
Fair enough. So, as you guys are kind of unpacking that stuff, Caleb's kind of helping move a body and then going back and looking around. Caleb, come on, help us. All right, he'll move a couple more bodies. Caleb goes back away. But,
It's useless.
well,
If I try to
Caleb-
pull something, I'm useless anyways. I'm just gonna weigh whoever's moving stuff down.
that's not true. I
help
gave
us.
you extra strength. Now
Yeah,
you're just
Remove me
normal
from the
strong.
negatives.
Now you're just
Go team.
normal strong. Anyway, but you guys slowly start stacking up bodies and kind of burning them. As you guys clear the cart, this cart is really kind of more of a litter. Looks pretty old and been repaired many times from what you can tell. Kind of on the bottom, you guys can see like blood stained and matted with very old viscera and body fluids. What actually looks like a banner, like a large kind of flag style banner that has fallen off somewhere and kind of shoved in the bottom of this cart. Shoved in the bottom of this cart to kind of help corral stuff. And kind of taking a look at it, it's heavily faded and looks as though it's definitely seen better days and is old. But you guys see in Calum, there is a standard on this banner, one you may or may not recognize. I'll have you roll history here in a second. With the silver eagle crowned, clutching a sword on a field of purple. So
18.
you can, yeah, not a banner you are familiar with. So, not really sure to what house or kingdom or whatever this belonged, but it is here amongst the frat. So, it takes you guys most of the rest of the morning in order to clean up after yourselves. So basically, after you do that, probably have a spot of lunch, some trail rations, you guys can start anew in the afternoon.
Did I ever find out what they used to get rid of the wall of force?
You can't tell.
Okay.
And the so yeah. Wow, that's just a lot of crap.
I
You
see
can
it.
do, yeah, you can do Jace's thing, or like I said, you can just add a container, so that way you can actually keep track of what potion is in there. Just depends on what works for you.
Was there any difference between the purple-shirted ogre and the non-shirted ogre, or was that just a way of distinguishing the two?
That was just
The
a way of
purple was
distinguishing
gay.
the two.
One's part of a gang. Okay.
No, I said he was gay.
I mean, he could have been gay and in a gang.
It's about the same.
So
The gay gang.
Experience.
I don't understand is gay what you call the followers of Sky Daddy? Because you did the whole thing.
Was he a former member of that church? Oh man, he really fell hard.
Man, they just don't worship Sky Daddy like they used to.
They do not.
It might be a cult. I'm beginning to think it's kind of culty.
Yeah, I mean, look,
A lot of
Caelan's
former
thing-
criminals.
Yeah. Okay, so yes, it is now just after lunch. You guys have kind of set the bodies to burning.
I had one more question about
Mhm.
the two that seem to be casting spells. Were they just more innately warlocky casting, or did they have anything on them before we?
They were
burn the
warlocky
corpses?
casty.
Okay.
And you can see these guys are definitely cultists, but their outfits, they have a little bit more adornments, and they also bear the holy symbol or unholy symbol of a Nerul. But these guys were not undead exactly. They definitely appear to be necromancers following into perhaps some kind of undead state.
All right. Then we burn the bodies.
Would you say we've been able to get a short rest?
I mean, if you guys want to take a short rest, you can take a short rest. But I would not consider lugging around bodies and setting fires rest. That's
I do
labor.
that on my pastime, though.
So yes, we will attempt to take a short rest.
Okay, and you guys are able to do so.
All right, I get back nothing.
I get back a 5th level spell slot.
Yeah, you don't use those anyway.
I just did.
Nah. All right. I think we're on the right track. Can we follow the cart trail from where it came?
Sure. There are tracks that look as though they were leading from the north in the direction that you guys are heading. So if you want to follow the tracks thusly, you can do that.
All right.
Okay.
I would say yes.
Follow the track.
Oh, I did that. Oops.
I would follow him.
With the looking.
Where did I go?
May go. Looking stupid.
Wow, you guys are like rolling ones
Oh.
on your hit dice.
I'm fine. I got such a bonus to that though.
Yeah, that sucks. Okay, so as you guys head farther north into the Wailing Wood,
Yeah.
the mist that has largely pervaded the entirety of this wood starts to grow even thicker as you make your way north. Some of the trees around here, the underbrush is getting a little bit thicker, but it does get cut from places where you can actually see more ruins, along with what looks like it was probably once fence post, but the woods there have long since petrified. And slowly but surely, you seem to be coming less into wilderness and more into what was once settled area. Until such time that you guys actually come to the outskirts of what looks like was once a stone wall made of massive brick. The wall itself is still somewhat standing. There are some places where some of the stones have fallen away and eroded, but is still relatively functional in that regard. And you can kind of see from beyond more ruined buildings, still heavily dilapidated. Very little of them remains, but they have been completely retaken by nature.
Do any of the tracks lead into some of those ruined areas, or are we
They
still
do
following a
lead
longer
into the
path?
city. Or the
I would assume
ruined city.
I would assume we're probably still going to just continue to follow the tracks.
Yeah.
So, as you guys make your way through the ruined settlement, from time to time, you, after kind of looking around and following the tracks, you do occasionally come across more zombies, though normally in kind of limited, small packs, so you guys are able to dispatch them quite easily. The kind of city around you looks as though at one point in time it was probably fairly large. Not like a Abaddon or an Ariellen, but maybe like an Eladon or something like that. And so you guys are having to kind of stop and then move ahead a little bit to try and re-find tracks before you see that some of those tracks start to tilt a little bit more northwest through the city. And you guys find yourself at another exterior gate that leads farther off northwest into the Fallow Hills. Yandre, in this little section around here where there is some exposure to the sky, you can kind of look off in the distance a little bit and see what looks like a series of buildings or constructs or fortifications is probably a better word, that kind of dot up along the hill in kind of a thin line, such as things used to be kind of built up in that direction.
Okay. Do they look? You said they're fortifications, but do they look like they may have been like torn down, or they are?
Yeah, they're pretty well ruined, much like the rest of this place. But it mostly just to show that there are stuff kind of further built up the mountain, or that there is more that lies just northwest of the city.
Okay.
However, at this time, with your ears, you do hear kind of in the different distance, so it's a little muffled, voices as if they're having a conversation.
To the north, the way that we're going northwest, or
Kind of more like southeast, like back where you guys were walking from. So almost as if these guys are kind of coming in a little bit behind you.
okay. And I'm assuming they're relatively close. Like they have no regard for how loud they're talking. They're not trying to sneak up on us. I just happen to hear them.
Yep. Just because, I mean, your passive perception is so good. In that case, yeah, it just looks like they have every belief that they are alone, and so they are just talking, and with nothing else to break the silence, their voice carries.
And we're in the city, right?
Yes, in the northwestern section of the ruin, by another gate.
Is there like another alleyway or some kind of like passage that we can sneak off into?
Yeah, there's all kinds of ruins and stuff. So if you want to find somewhere to hunker down and watch, that's easy enough.
I'll turn to the group in like a hushed tone and say, "I hear somebody behind us. It's probably better that we go and hide real quick."
I'll follow you.
All right.
I'll find the closest like area in which we can all like shield ourselves from sight.
All right. So you find a quick little place there, and then kind of get hidden. If you guys could roll me some stealth checks right quick.
Is this from sight?
Yes.
Okay, great. Not from sound. I love that.
Dirty 20.
Damn it, Calmac. Did you not?
I got a 23.
Ah, 5.
I mean, if we take the average, we at least got over a 10.
What
Did
was yours is all?
12.
I rolled a 4 plus 1.
We averaged 12.2. Look at that.
Okay. So as you guys are waiting patiently, 3 individuals in kind of long, dark robes, hoods down, kind of make their way out from the kind of northeastern part of the city and kind of come down and make their way along the road where you guys are at, getting ready to head out that gate exit. And they are just continuing to talk generic shit until one of them just goes, "When's Manok being back? He's supposed to be collecting the new shipment. If he doesn't hurry up, Karen's going to be pissed." The other one goes, "Yeah, well, it's not really Karen I'm worried about. It's the mistress. You know what happened to the last guy who failed to produce?" "Yeah, I heard that was from adventurers." "Well, who knows? Can't really put it past her. She's, well, she doesn't like being failed. Anyway, if they're not back on time, that's Manarch's problem, not ours. In the meantime, we should just get up there and help out with the ritual. Shouldn't have too long now." "Yeah. Can you imagine? Won't be too long, and we'll be able to get revenge on all those assholes in the capital." "Yeah, well, still. Does suck that, you gotta break some eggs, but still, I think in the end, it'll be good for this country." And they just continue kind of talking along as they continue meandering, and then depart the gate and start heading along the road.
And they're heading to the north or they're heading south?
Northwest, out the direction you guys were heading before you hid.
Once I feel like they're out of range, I guess gauging everybody else's reaction. Did y'all hear him talking about a ritual?
Yeah.
Tonight?
He said not too long from now. I don't know if it's tonight or if it's later, but I think we messed up their shipment. So we might have delayed them a little bit.
That's good.
Do you think they were talking about the people like the cultist people we killed? We're supposed to be delivering corpses?
But the robes that they were wearing, did that look similar to like anything that the other people were donned in?
Yep. As far as you can tell, they are also cultists of Unaerul.
Oh yeah, they had the same stuff on.
So yeah,
They said they were going back up north to help with the ritual. Do we want to try to stop them?
I think if we stop as many as we can going up before we get there, it's less for us to fight once we get there.
They're not too far off right now. Red, do you think you can pick them off?
Well, there's 2 of them.
There's 3 of them.
3. Ooh.
Yeah, but they're not that far ahead of you guys right now, I wouldn't think.
So when I see them, like, do I think they're like, what, 100 feet out, 60 feet out?
Yeah, I mean, we could say 60 feet. They could get as far as 100 feet. Just kind of depends on how long you'd want to wait before you start whispering.
I just wanted them right out of earshot. So we could probably still take them. I can get to them and slow them down, but I'm gonna need some help. There's 3 of them.
I'm most effective up close. So from this distance, I got nothing. Kelmac also says something very similar.
Well, we're not too far off. We could probably still make it to them. You
Y'all
tell me to
want-
go, I'm going.
If y'all want to just charge, I can assist you as I can. And then Red just pick them off once y'all hit.
So do they look the same level of skill that we had just encountered?
No, these guys
Judge-
look a little more junior, kind of like the guy that you guys killed back in Blackthorn.
Nah. Let's try
These
to
are
take 'em
C
out.
stringers.
All right.
We can start our sprint once Volar fires his first shot.
Yep.
Fucking hell. Kelmac will stay right by us because he knows he can give us a speed boost.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, let's get them.
Okay, set.
Does one look more powerful than any of the others? Are these like equal?
They're roughly equal, but I mean, there is one guy that looks a little broader chested and is a little taller than the other 2.
Is that the one that?
Bigger target?
$23, $25, $27.
Does a 27 hit?
Let me. Yes.
It would be an assassinate, by the way.
It would. So
Yeah, I can already tell you
Critical.
based on the damage I'm seeing. How do you want to do this?
It's like 68 normal. 68, 8, 69 is your average on these things.
nice.
Yep, that would have killed outright even one of the guys you just fought, because they only had 33 hit points.
So I want this arrow to go through the dude's head and just like pop it like a grape.
Fair enough.
And we're sprinting.
Yeah.
Is there a Constitution saving throw for throwing up for those 2 guys?
Might not even notice until it's too late. Like they keep walking a little bit and the body just falls.
Yeah, I
Got,
like.
red
No,
eye.
these guys are like necromancer types. Like they see bodies in way worse conditions.
Okay, that's fair. I didn't think.
Eric, I can make it to them in 60 feet. I can make it to them
Mhm.
and still have an action. I don't know if this still falls under surprise or his
Yep.
attack is just.
They'd be surprised. So basically, if you rush around, they're staring down at their combat, going, "What the?" And then all they do is they hear the sound off to their left and just look back, and you're there.
Okay, so I will move 30 feet, and then I will. Well, sorry, I guess I can give other people an option.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can just take it however you want to take it.
Well, I'm going to move 30 feet, and then I'm going to phase step with the summer ability. I need them to make a. I think it's a wisdom save. I just had it pulled up, and then as soon as I say it, I move away from it. Summer equal to. Oh no, they just take fire damage. So they'll take 2 points of fire damage, but I will teleport on the other side of them and just be like, boo. And if I get an attack, I'll crack Lightbringer and try to hit one of them.
Yep.
Boo.
I rolled a 9.
Sorry. No dice.
It's all right.
They got a low AC, but not that low.
It's all right.
Okay. Who wants to go next?
It'd have to be me because I'm the one who can get up there. Because Kelmac is fast, but he's not that fast for it. I will have to rage and sprint to go 65 feet all the way up there with a radiant boost and recklessly attack one of them, if not two of them. Who knows? Opa. Does a 15 hit?
15 hits.
That's 6, 7, 8, 9 plus radiant. Nine plus 9 is 18 points of damage on that first swing.
Then that drops the guy to 0.
And other guy's still conscious, so I'm gonna swing at him with the other attack.
Yep. So his buddy's face exploded. Then he catches
21.
a little bit on fire. And then his other guy dies, and he's just standing there going, what the hell just happened?
21 to hit for a total of 15 points of damage on that one.
Okay. Not enough to drop him, but he's looking really rough.
Even with the 2 points of fire damage?
Yep. He's like at 2 hit points.
And Kelmac will sprint forward 45 feet and throw a javelin.
We just have to hope he hits.
I believe in you, Kelmac. You suck at it like a bunch of things. 23 for 8 points of damage. Yeah.
Yep.
Very nice.
Yep. That guy gets hit, turns around and goes, what the fuck?
Does that make us effective assassins?
It's a weird combination of assassinating and brutally murdering somebody.
Yep. But there are 3 new corpses. Okay. Izal. The
Okay.
guy...
Well, never mind. I'm not going to be there in time.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, all 3 of them are dead now.
Well, I was going to burn the bodies.
Well, not there yet.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. I mean, you still get a turn. So you're going to burn the bodies?
Well, I'm not going to be able to. I have 60, they're like 60 feet in front of us. I'm not going to have time.
Okay.
Well, unless I can
So-
firebolt. If I can firebolt one of them.
I mean, create bonfire or something like that would probably be better. I don't know if you have that cantrip.
I have all cantrips.
Really? I thought you unattuned to the hat.
I did at one point, and then I got it back.
Because I thought you unattuned to that for the Ring of Mind Shielding that Izal gave you last session.
Yeah,
No.
you jerk.
No, I still have it. I only have 3 attunement items: Mind Shielding, Hat of Wizardry, and Instrument of Illusions.
Mm.
All right.
Wish I had an attunement item.
Create bonfire 60 feet. So yeah, Okay, bonfire, 65-foot cube. And I will do that on the bigger of the one.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's just.
And I will head forward, and that's my turn.
Okay. So you move forward and cast the bonfire to light the corpses. Izal, the guy you killed, his body starts twitching and he starts rising. But he gets about halfway up before the fire is starting to like consume his body, and he just slinks back down.
That's just gas escaping. He's fine.
Yep. So basically, yep, he resurrected as a zombie, but kind of started his turn, took damage, and failed undead fortitude.
Immediately died.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
rolled a 13 on his undead fortitude, which was not enough. So anyway, so yes, that is 3 more kills.
Oh shit, we should take the robes.
And just for counting, that means, Caleb, you dealt 10 points of fire damage to the zombie.
Alright. Caleb dealt 10.
My turn undead and destroy undead don't count as damage. It just counts as kills.
Yep. It helps one category.
You're still above me on 2 characters.
Yeah. Not for long.
But did the radiant damage double? Did they have more ability to do radiant damage that I was doing in that last round?
Fair.
Nope, it's just they can't get their undead fortitude when they take radiant damage.
Got it.
Yeah, so if you drop them with radiant, they're down.
Okay. That's 3.
More.
Yeah, well, we know we got to go to the northwest.
Yeah. So,
I was let you guys know I'm good for about one more dramatic outburst before I'm going to be pretty regular.
You're not pretty regular now?
I mean, like, I can pump divine energy into things only when, like, a certain number of times. A lot like a paladin. Well, mine's just consistently once per attack. I'm just saying.
Did you just do it again?
Yeah, I told him I could sprint that fast as with that divine jolt.
Well, that's why I did the thing where I got in front of them so they couldn't run away.
They still could have, or they could have just ganged up and attacked you.
Well, yeah, that's the point.
But then they would have all, like, attacked you, and that would have been bad.
They didn't look super strong or anything.
I'd rather them try to hit me.
You don't need to take the hits all the time. Like, I'm here. I got some stuff. I can do things. I can help now.
These, like, magic caster people, they could do all kinds of things. One of them, like, banished me to another world, and if it got rid of Volred's flying...
But that was you.
But it
that
got,
wasn't me.
it
That
got
was
rid
you.
of Volred's flying. Who else knows what else they could do? If
I'm
they
just
could get rid
saying,
of flying?
don't put all this pressure on yourself because you think you have to handle everything. I'm here. I can help out.
All right.
You see what I did with the other zombies over there?
Very awesome.
Thanks. See, I'm trying to tell you, this is the stuff that I do. I bash heads. I beat zombies. I kill people. I kill the undead things. You're not letting me do
All
it.
right. I'm going to hold off until we get to something really important then.
That's all I ask.
Like, you take charge. I'll just be backup.
Well, until we actually need you to do the little thingy thing. I'm
Then
just
I'll be
saying,
the
don't
throne.
waste it because you kind of just wasted one.
And then when all that's gone, Caleb takes front.
We need you to take one hit, Caleb.
Log
He
out.
leaves.
Dimension door.
He left. Caleb has disconnected. Son of a...
Diablo's minions grow stronger.
Grows weaker because I left.
Nope.
Not without his game. They just get
Yep.
stronger.
Yep.
Someone
right.
joins, they get stronger. Someone leaves, they get stronger.
Can we say that we took some of the ropes off of the individuals before we burnt them?
I don't know. You guys
What
were
about the previous
awfully.
guys?
We did jump the gun pretty
What about the
quickly.
previous ones?
No, we didn't think about it then. We just thought those were weird. Next guys we kill, save the robes, then set them on fire.
Okay.
Okay, so continuing on along the road. Yes?
Follow.
Yeah.
On the road again. Alright, Yandere, if you wouldn't mind giving me another survival.
Actually, technically, two of us can disguise ourselves.
Yeah, I've had a rough time on this survival. I'm a little frantic yelling at Exalt. I rolled a 1, but the total is a 13.
Yep, I mean, that's fine. You're walking along a road. So there are periods of time as you get kind of farther off where the forest is kind of crouched in more on the road and it's kind of broken up or part of it is sunk beneath the earth. So it does take you guys a little bit of time to kind of search around, but you invariably find the road again with relatively minimal disturbance. At this point in time, you guys, kind of mid-afternoon, are kind of heading up the road section in the fallow hills, where the tree cover is still present, but not quite so thick. And Yandere, you can kind of see ahead of you. It's very hard, and you can kind of only see it if you're looking at it from one particular direction. Kind of built in to the mountain is this small, I would say castle, but it's not really a castle. It's more like a fort. Heavily ruined, and you would assume would be completely destroyed if not for the fact that it was carved out of the mountain. Obviously built for defensive purposes, and it's old, but it's there. And from where you guys are at presently, you're guessing you'll be there in probably about another hour. But as you guys continue along the road, you guys get less and less cover from lookers on. So I don't know if you guys want to change your strategy or just keep walking.
So, I can cast Disguise Self. Red can cast Disguise Self.
I have the hat.
Yes, but you are able to change your description or change the way you look. Do
Yes.
you have a way of doing it, Yandere?
No. I mean, I have a disguise kit and I'm proficient with it, but I can't cast disguise self. It'll take me a little bit longer.
I got nothing.
We could pretend to disguise ourselves and act as we're transporting a prisoner.
Ooh, classic.
That's what I was thinking.
Isn't this what we did with you, though, Volred?
Yes, but you would be in front line. We would be transporting you.
Ooh, I like this way
Or
better.
transporting Yandere.
I mean, I can make myself look dirty and grungy and act like a zombie.
Yeah.
And then you could be the prisoner.
Well, there's
Well, what we gonna do with Kelmet?
Yep, he's a giant lion folk with gleaming plate mail. And a large red banner that bears the Sunbringers mercenary logo.
Maybe we should try to kill some more people. Take the robes.
That's always the barbarian's way of solving every problem. Kill more people.
Well, like, they did say that they were waiting for a shipment, and if they didn't bring the shipment in a certain amount of time, that somebody was going to be in trouble. I would imagine that means that somebody's going to come looking for them. We can wait until their search party comes back and try to take them out, or we go up and we just keep smashing some more brains.
How long has it been since we were told this 2-day deadline would be?
I would say about 18
Last
hours.
night.
How much?
About 18 hours. So you have just a little over a day left, ish.
So we have to go to this place and then go to Avedon and then go back and find this cave in approximately 30 hours.
No. So you guys were told that you needed to get, once you get this skull, you need to take it somewhere. But you were told to go to the Temple of Aromakai in Avedon because they would be able to give you something.
Yes, but that 2 days she said, was that for the
Getting the
big
skull.
calamity to happen or getting the
Getting
skull?
the skull. Getting the skull.
You need to get the skull to avoid a calamity.
Oh, I thought we were collecting the skull to use to stop a calamity, not that it was a singular.
No,
Thing.
from what you're able to put together, this skull is some kind of dark artifact that can be used to create a calamity.
Okay.
I mean, you are still right. By collecting the skull, we use it to prevent the calamity. Because it's in our possession now.
Yeah, I just interpreted that as we saw a memory in a cave, and that's where bad things happen. And they said, get this skull with no other information. So I assumed we were supposed to get the skull and take it somewhere.
Yeah,
I
but
blame it on Caleb.
also, like, Calum's vision was more symbolic than a physical place. I mean, Calum would probably tell you he probably wouldn't assume that the place that you guys are going, the place, the room in his vision exists somewhere, per se. It's more like a kind of metaphorical representation of your
Caleb,
quest.
Okay.
you need better visions.
Well,
You know,
they have stuff for that.
true. So, yeah,
We have 3 people that will not look like anyone other than themselves.
yeah, I think that our best bet is probably just doing a charge in. I think anything less would just
Right.
set us up for failure.
I mean, we can try the old prisoner approach.
Hold on, real quick. My note says that the sorceress has an artifact that's going to cause some shit, and that we need to take that artifact to where Lady Seville is.
In the Hellcar
Correct.
Valley.
Okay, so is the 2 days that deadline too?
No. Once
Okay.
you get the skull, it's kind of open-ended. It's just up to you how long do you want to carry around a cursed artifact.
I mean, another curse artifact.
Yeah.
So that is the artifact that we're looking for to take to Lady Seville.
Yeah,
According to Calum's visions, yes.
Okay. I totally misinterpreted everything that happened in that conversation.
That is fine. I have also thought several times it would probably be a good idea if I did little excerpts afterwards for NPCs and shit like that.
yeah, that's fair.
Like a paragraph rundown. This is what you just learned from last session. Do this. Well, what are you doing? Are we going to attempt the prisoner one? If we do that, I think we should have Yandere or Kelmac not be part of that group, because if 2 people captured 3, that's weird. But 2 capturing 2 is more believable.
I think us capturing Calmac would be less believable.
Alright. Can you make him invisible?
Not and also disguise myself.
God, you're useless, Caleb.
I can make.
Jeez. What if we made him? Can you cast this guy's self? You can only do it on yourself. If we can make Kelmac look different, that's a bit more believable.
1 second. I can make 4 of us invisible.
We only need 3 of us invisible.
Yes, but I also wouldn't be able to disguise myself. So
So we need 4 of us. Yandere, what do you think?
I mean, like I said, I could be a zombie.
But that might take a while for you. How
I have
long
an
would it take you to make up like a zombie, and then will it be really good, or like if I had more time, I can make it look better?
I mean, if I had more time, I could make anything look good. But like, I don't know how much time do we have.
10 minutes.
You mean? I mean, like, I'm not gonna be like some magnifique artiste here, but like, I can make it look good from a distance. You know, good from afar, but far from good.
I can also, of everybody, Kelmec would be the one that stands out the most. We could have him be invisible. Me and Azal be invisible.
He's all an eye.
He's all an eye. And then I can either do Volred or Yandere invisibility. And then one or the other could use a hat of disguise. Yandere probably best for the hat of disguise because if he does get found out, he has a much better chance of fucking shit up in close combat.
Yeah, but then you're looking at an hour for him to attune to it.
Yes. But
In that case, you might as well work on the disguise for an hour.
yeah. And then both of them could go up and all 3 of us could be invisible. And it would be a lower spell slot for me.
Or we could just try to snipe out individuals that are walking by themselves.
Yeah.
Are we overthinking this?
Always.
Yeah, I just keep thinking every time we have an idea, somebody keeps throwing another wrench in the plan. We just need to pick one and go with it.
So what plan are we going with?
I think we try to kill 2 more and actually save their robes. That way we're not using all this magic.
All right, Splish. Can you see if there is any patrols?
Find us 2 more victims, please.
Okay.
Preferably a tall one. Broad shoulders. Roughly a Leon in size.
Okay, so you're gonna send him out to go look for patrols and then just come back when he finds something?
I'll give him a time limit of like 20 minutes
Okay.
to search around.
Tell him
Yeah.
to stay out of sight.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of cover. So for 20 minutes, he basically can like go down to the ruins and kind of poke around just a little bit in that area and come back. He does tell you that it looks like there is a lone person who is coming, but at this point in time, looks like they're just spending time in the ruins, the settlement at the moment. They're not in any hurry to make their way up here.
All right. I will let them know that. Give us one more person to,
Assimilate.
yeah.
Assassinate.
I say, Red, do your thing.
Cool. Are we there now?
Or are you Are you heading back down to the city, or are you waiting a while?
Well, wait for them to come up.
Okay. It takes a bit of time as this person doesn't start making their way up until it starts getting the twilight hours. And then they're like, oh, okay, well, I guess I need to head back before dark kind of thing. Not that darkness is a big deal for Volred in this particular area. But from a decent sniping vantage point, Volred, you are able to fire off. If you wouldn't mind making an attack roll with advantage because the target doesn't see you.
Elven accuracy. I mean,
One.
27 though.
Yeah, and then
Let's go
two
then.
ones. Oh, okay.
We're gonna ignore that.
Can you imagine throwing 3 dice and seeing that show up? Like physically?
We'll go with that 19.
Yeah, that's plenty because he can't see you, so it's assassinate.
One shot. One
Yep.
shot, one kill.
So, release the arrow, you fire off. There's a brief moment where you're not even sure if you hit the guy, but then you just see the body crumple forward and stop moving.
Nice.
And then I guess is
Very
all, or
cool.
someone's gonna shuffle out there right quick and go,
I'm not doing it.
I'll go do the heavy lifting. Let me go.
okay.
Great.
Uh,
Never mind. Wait.
Don't set this one
Wait.
on fire.
Yep.
We're in a cave.
So you guys pull him back. This guy is kind of thin and gangly, somewhere between, lithe like an elf like Volred and just weak as shit like Calum.
Yandere, can you fit in this?
I think so.
Just don't flex too hard. And don't mind the brain matter on the back. That was mostly clean through and through.
And so, Yandere, if you give it a shot, I assume you're going to try and put this on over your other clothing.
Yeah.
So you kind of do that. It's like, okay, well, putting it on over the clothing makes it tight, and you might split a few seams, but all in all, unless someone's getting up really close to you, they'll spot your hair long before they spot the fact that you're a weird cultist guy. Or not a weird cultist guy. Your hair is the
Yay.
thing giving you away at the moment.
What is their hair color?
Well, it's just, you've got that vibrant red hair that's not really common anywhere.
And probably well kept compared to
Yeah.
cultist dude in mountain. Why
Yeah.
are all cultist men, except for like the people in charge?
I guess that's a good point. From behind, Yandere might be mistaken for a woman.
Like, none of the cultists we've killed so far have been like teen people who just feel misunderstood, or like a middle-aged woman who quit their job. It's always a guy who's just easily convinced.
Because guys are stupid.
We are dumb.
Yeah.
All right,
It
that's
happens.
one. Should delve a little deeper, I guess. See if we could find some more. Keep in mind the.
I'm going to keep Splish going. Checking to see if there's anything else coming.
Okay. At this point in time, night falls. and Splish can come back and tell you there are a handful of like campfires that occur out in the ruins of the city and a little bit out in the forest. But those look like scouting parties that have definitely decided to hunker down for the night and make camp.
Kill them.
Well, do you want to go into the camps and cause chaos?
I mean, it's their fault for not having a lookout.
We don't know if there isn't a lookout.
Right. But we'll see what they roll on their random perception checks the DM makes them make.
Yep.
I don't feel comfortable going. Although, did Splish? Are we supposed to be going inside the mountain cave area, or is it all the ruins on the outside?
What this looks like is like a noble's manor that lies outside the city.
I mean, at this point, if they're going to bed, we can. Oh shit! We can take a rest, and they won't even know that we're here because we'll just look like we're one of them.
We could, if we need it.
Could kill some more though.
But we could also just go in there and one person is very stealthy with a dagger.
Who is that?
I don't use daggers.
Yeah, I'm just trying to sit here and think. Yeah, the last time Volred decided to sneak into a necromancer's
That's
chamber
fair. Okay, never mind.
alone. How did that go again?
Never mind.
Very well.
That was usually
Well,
the
on the
classic
plus
I'm the
side-
bait situation.
This time, you guys are also planning to go visit Mistress Sabine
Come to
afterwards.
think of it, the last time we did this as well, I was also the bait for that one too. So we literally just tried to do the exact same plan, with me as the bait and Volred impersonating a cultist.
But
So-
who's to say it won't work this time?
You know what? It's not my life at stake. It's yours. Mr. 69 HP or 63 or whatever you got.
Don't mock me. It's like
I have 122.
My goal is to stay above half of what Izal has.
That's a safe zone to be in. Okay, so we don't make the same mistake we literally have made before.
I
do
say
you
we
wanna
should
do?
do aloud.
Sneak in as a group. Stick together.
We could.
Andre, you still have to wear that robe. I'm sorry. It's part of your attire.
Do we want to sneak in or do we just want to go in loud?
Sneak.
Okay,
Might as well.
then let's try
It ain't gonna
sneaking.
work. Might as well try it.
Sounds good to me.
I'm along for the ride.
So
Okay.
while they're going down and things are calming down, we're going to sneak in and try to get as close to him as possible. And then we're going to fuck shit up.
In one of the camps.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't know where the mistress is.
No, we do not.
Which should be our goal here of finding out where she is.
Yeah, maybe we should, like, sleuth. What if... Hear me out. What if, Caleb, you make as many of you as invisible as possible, and the other party hide out here, while you guys look around?
I'm okay with that.
Is there anywhere around that it looks like we could hide?
There's not
Those who aren't going in.
there's not a lot of places up here by the fortress, because it's kind of kept that way on purpose, so that way invaders don't sneak up. But you'd have to go down like into the city and into the forest to find places to hide.
How far away are the campsites?
Well, you guys are about an hour away from the city, so the farthest campsite might be 2 hours.
Gotcha.
And at this point in
That's too
time,
far.
you may or may not risk exhaustion
Yeah.
if you guys don't start making camp soon.
We can either go into the fortress at our current state and go all for nothing, or we can rest up and try it at earliest possible tomorrow.
I'm okay doing that as well. Because I'll get back a lot of things.
Is there any way we can disguise our camp area that we might attempt? That way it looks like we're just another one of those people.
Well, our camp is going to be covered by the dome. So it's just going to be colored black. So it's going to blend in with everything.
At night, anyway.
Yeah.
I think we should try to rest up then. Yandere, you don't have to wear that robe.
Oh, great. Let's get real tight.
Want some help? It looks like the sleeve is stuck.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Try to pry football pads off of somebody at the end of the game. Like, come on, get off.
Then yeah, we could do a long rest and keep going from there.
Okay. So you guys are going to attempt a long rest?
We'll have to set up the dome, set up alarms, set up a watch, set up familiar. We're very dangerous in this area.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what is your order?
I can take first with somebody. Remember, Caleb is blind as a bat.
That's why he has the bat.
Yep.
No preference.
I'll take last watch.
Okay, well, is anyone taking a watch with Izal?
Kelmac could go with Caleb. Volred could take middle.
Okay.
And it'll be Izal and Yandere.
Works for me.
Where are you setting up the alarm barrier, Caleb?
I'd set it about 20 feet out of the entire dome.
Describe our impenetrable fortress of defense.
It's a semi-dome.
A series of strings and cans.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay. So, you guys kind of prep and get ready. Izal, Yandere, you guys are first watch. Towards the end of your watch, you guys can kind of just barely see over the ridge because you guys are kind of off to the side a little bit, away from the beaten path. You do see what looks like one robed dude with his robe down, holding a torch, walking his way up to the fortress. And this is, towards the end of your watch.
Hey, Yandere.
Yeah.
What do you want to bet that's either this Monarch or Kaodin person?
It's just a rogue figure. How you know it's going to be somebody important?
Everyone else is asleep.
That could be the lackey that just got the shit end of the deal. Well, I mean, do you feel like it's him? If so, we can. Do we want to take him out?
No, I don't think that'd be the best move.
Alright.
You know that this person's gone into the fortress now.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
We just need to rest up and make sure we're ready for tomorrow. Are we in an advantage point where we might be able to see how many little campsites have been set up inside this little ruined area?
I mean, you guys can probably see about 3 or 4 just from the light, but there might be more because you guys are kind of elevated up on the hills, and so the forest is kind of down below you. So it's just what you guys can kind of see through the thick tree cover.
Okay, so rule for going in tomorrow: don't let Volred get murdered by the cultist.
Okay.
Rule number 2: don't let anyone else get murdered by the cultist.
It's already a lot of rules, man.
There's 2. It's 1 followed by the next number.
I'm just saying, that's a lot of rules already.
Oh, you'll be real surprised. Rule number 3: kill the bitch.
I like that one. Can we keep that one? Let's keep that one going.
All right, we'll keep that one, but that's gotta be number 3 because 1 and 2 are also very important. So we gotta do 1, 2, 3 is there. If we do 1 and 2, 3 should be taken care of.
Okay. I think I can do that.
Rule number 4.
Well, you keep going with the rules. Why are you going with rules? Are you writing this down?
Really important. No, I'm just saying them out loud, just so we have it in the ether for us. Don't let Caleb touch any crazy magical shit.
I don't think I'm the best Yandere for this situation.
Right, but like he's like a moth to a flame to anything arcane. He's gonna want to touch it, bring it with him, name it, put it in like a doghouse or something. He's gonna want it to be part of his everyday routine.
Yes.
So just if Caleb looked like he's gonna go touch something, say no touchy touchy.
Yep, and you just smack the shit out of him if there's no one around.
Well, can I not smack the shit out of him if there are people around, like you guys?
You could, yeah, if it's us, yeah, just cold clock him.
Bet.
All right.
But I can't hit him too hard because he's kind of fragile.
He is very fragile.
But he looks a lot less fragile than Volred now, though. Like, it was one of those things where Volred fell out of the sky, and I told him not to do it, and he fell and looked like he cracked a couple of bones and stuff. But Caleb looked like he could take a little bit more of a hit than that.
I think he was just being kind of over presumptuous about his ability to fly and then take a fall.
It was the one thing I told him not to do.
Yeah, and I don't think it's the one thing he had no control over.
That's true.
Gravity.
That's true.
Yep. Sunk like a stone. And he hit the one spot that was stone. That was real bad luck.
It's Volred. He probably wanted a stage. If he would have flowed down, he wanted to be higher than everybody else. He likes to look down on people.
Well, if he landed on dirt, he would have gotten dirty too.
That's true. All right. Now, the only rule I virtually remember is we got to kill the bitch and not let Caleb touch anything.
All right. Well, there were 1 and 2 before that. That were arguably the more important ones. Of 1, don't let Volred die because cultists. 2, don't let anyone else die.
So nobody dies. Kill the bitch and don't let Caleb touch stuff.
Pretty much, yeah.
So why didn't you just combine 1 and 2 to make just 1?
Because 1 should really be by itself because 1 has already failed before. So I want to emphasize that one really needs to not be done.
Okay.
This,
Yeah, I mean, like Caleb's died too, though. So like, shouldn't it be the same thing? But it should be like Caleb and Volred don't die to the cultists.
I figure if we stop Caleb from touching shit, he should be fine from the dying process because those are usually self-inflicted from his own curiosity.
But he usually does that in the rituals, though, and he's not doing a ritual.
But if he touches things, what's he going to want to do?
A ritual.
That's right.
All right. Yeah. I got you.
Like a moth to a flame is a wizard to a ritual. They love those things.
Yeah, the cause and effect thing. The cause and effect. I got
Like
it.
it's like white chicks and white claws. They love those.
There's no laws with White Claws though.
Until the rituals start happening, and then like sacrifices.
Dang, it's these rituals, man.
So, all right. So, what are the 4 rules?
Wait. So there's 3 rules because we're combining.
4.
Man,
You would have combined them. I think they
because
should
it's
be
easier that way. You're just making it so complex. Listen. Okay, it's don't let Volred die to the cultists specifically. Don't let anybody else in the party die. Kill the bitch. Don't let Caleb touch anything magical because he'll do the ritual stuff, which will probably cause him to die.
which would violate rule number 2. It's a whole thing.
See, again,
Yeah,
you can
got
just.
it.
All right,
got it,
4
though.
rules. I'm not going to remember this in the morning, but that's okay. 4 rules. Got it.
Well, we could do 3 rules, but the rule number 1 is don't let anyone die. Subsection to that, though, specifically Volred to a cultist and Caleb to a ritual. But that seems more confusing. But so by separating them between 1, 2, 3, 4, I feel like that'd just be easier. I handle a lot of paperwork. I'm sorry. All right. Are you writing this down? You should have been writing this down.
You know what? Let me write this down for you.
That's why I asked at the beginning. I'm like, are you writing this down or something? Because I'm not going to remember this.
Oh, Lord.
I'll make some flashcards for you.
All right, cool. You ain't even put no pictures on here.
I'm really good at letters. The pictures are kind of hard.
I could draw the pictures. You got ink and quill.
Yeah, I got that.
You see, y'all, Dre, like take
We're
these.
drawing now.
We're drawing pictures on the wall.
It's a crudely drawn picture of Volred with like X'd out eyes. Like, don't let this happen.
And then like a gravestone that just says "RIP" and then say "Don't let anybody else die." And
The
then,
rest of the party.
and then it's just the same gravestone on the next thing, and it just says "the bitch" under the grave. And then it's a hand that just has like a big X over it, but it has Caleb's name on the hand, and it's just like, "Don't let him touch that."
Not touchy. All right, I think this covers everything.
I think we got it.
Until Yandere switches to a different Yandere, and that Yandere doesn't remember any.
So why do I have all these flashcards? Where'd these come from?
Okay. So let's see.
Volred. Or us. Let's go merge.
Kelmac and Caleb. I guess Volred will take a look there. During his watch, he sees a lone cultist with a torch leaving the fortification. And then Kelmac and Caleb, during your watch, you see another cultist with a torch making his way back up to the fortress. And this is of course, in the pre-dawn hours of the day.
So we saw someone leave and then saw someone come back.
Well, you saw someone coming, killed him, and then saw someone leave. Or I guess that was separate, yes, because Izal and Yandere saw someone come in, Volred saw someone come out, and then you and Kelmac saw someone come in.
Gotcha. So they probably know that the shipment has died. At least.
I don't know. I was making flashcards.
Okay. So, at this point in time, you are all able to complete your long rest.
Woo!
Quiet.
Time to get rid of this blight spell that I had yesterday.
So,
'Cause
if I could have Izal, Yandere, Volred, and Caleb all make Constitution saving throws.
ah,
All
shit.
within range.
Yeah,
Kelmac.
we have the +3.
You are.
That'll be a
19.
13.
23 for me.
Forward got 20.
I got a 17.
Well, +3.
+3 from Comac.
Caleb, could you not?
I rolled an 8 +2
Yeah.
+3.
So what's your
I'll
total?
roll it again. I got a 13.
Why?
You got a
Still
13?
low. Yeah.
Yeah. Okie dokie. So, you guys are able to wake up the following morning. We are presently on the morning of the 61st day of the first seat.
I look at Yandre. Does Yandre look the same?
Yandre is still Summer Yandre.
All right. I make eye contact, and I'm like, cards. I put 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Very good then. Let's go stop an apocalypse or something.
So let's head out early morning. Try to get this shit handled.
Andre, put on your coat.
5.
You look good.
I'm usually not the one that has to do that.
Hey, Volred,
What's up?
could you make yourself disguised as one of the cultists?
Sure.
Anything that could cause them to double take and not just stare directly at us.
Okay.
All right. Keep an eye out for 6'5" cultists wearing robes,
Why?
so we can get one for Kelmac.
Oh, yeah. So are y'all going to go ahead and be invisible?
I could do I could do all three of us being invisible and have you both go up.
I didn't know if we decided something.
Yeah, that's still a viable plan based off what we decided. We decided to just
like
sneak up. So let's go. And let's follow the two individuals since they won't be able to follow us.
All right.
Okay.
So following Yandere and Red.
Okay. In cultist attire. Well, Red looks like a cultist, so. Okay.
So I'm going to cast invisibility at 4th level.
Okay. So, you guys depart from your little makeshift encampment and return heading up the road, which at the point in time kind of spirals, goes between two steep kind of embankments that have some fortifications on either side that are presently unmanned. As you guys kind of wind around, you reach a gatehouse. As you make your way up the road, the gate doors are open, the portcullis is up, and you come immediately into a stables.
I would actually postpone my invisibility till we're closer because you did say we were an hour out, correct?
No, you guys
That was
were.
to the force.
Yeah, that was if you were to go back to the city because you guys inquired.
Okay, never mind then. We're good.
We're close enough to the fortress to see people going in and out.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So, yeah, probably too close if this was a fully manned fortress with guards and watches and all of that, but doesn't really appear that lookouts or something
Colts.
that they're doing.
Colts are the worst union. They don't give all kinds of options.
Yeah. Anyway,
And yeah, we're
so as you kind of make your way into the stable of this gatehouse, kind of meandering, this primary gatehouse appears empty. Uh, you do kind of ascend kind of this L-shaped split staircase, which raises to a larger room that's kind of like a reception room. There you do see one lone cult member who is just kind of off to your right as you enter the room. He's kind of sitting in front of a fireplace. Looks like he's just whittling something. He kind of looks over to the two of you guys, looks you up and down, just goes, eh, and then just goes back to whittling. You guys kind of see off to your left. There's kind of a doorway that's presently closed, but you can see through the windows. It opens up into like this large stone bridge that spans across to the main castle.
Is there anything in our way from just crossing the bridge? Is there anything
Nope.
of interest before we do that?
Nope. The only thing you can see is this one lone cult member who is apparently like just keeping guard. And he just kind of looks over, sees you guys, and goes, "Hey," and then goes back to what he's doing.
Man, you could kill him so easily.
We're gonna
we'll
proceed.
split and keep going.
Assassin blade. Dead.
Okay. So you open up the doors and kind of cross over the bridge, which at this point is about 40 feet in length, towards the main castle front. As you do, you enter this murder hallway where you can see murder hole windows to the left and right, and then spouts above for boiling pitch. Unmanned at this time, and you guys are able to just freely walk through this area, open up the doors into the central area of the castle, which also appears empty. You can hear some sounds going off through an open doorway to your left. There is, to your right, a large hearth that is lit, and there's some benches and stools kind of around it. And then you also see immediate kind of opposite of you on the far western wall, what looks like what would have been a secret passage, a secret door that pulls out from the stonework, is left ajar. But the voices you hear are through the open doorway to your left, which seems to open up into a hallway.
What type of jar?
Greedy jar. Mason. 3/4 out.
Which way are you guys going? I whisper to them.
What way are we supposed to go?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Volred, if you were gonna have a grand ceremony, where would you put it?
Volred thinks about it for a second, analyzing, what it would be like to live in a palace and have a grand celebration. So, in looking around, DM, what place does Volred see that would best fit this feeling?
Well, this definitely
Privilege guide you.
the privilege is strong with you. But this is definitely the audience reception hall, where people are actually supposed to come and spend time. And this little fortress itself is really not that large. You would guess off through that hallway to your left is probably kitchen, feast hall, bedrooms, armory, things of that nature. You have no idea what's through the weird secret door entrance thing. But yeah, I mean, the whole place is really not that large. So if you wanted to just systematically search it, shouldn't take you too long.
We're gonna start going to the left.
Okay. So, passing through towards your left, through an open doorway in the southern wall, you step out into a narrow hallway. Kind of in front of you, flanking on either side, are two doors that are also currently open. And then another door off to your right down at the end of the hall. Walking past, you notice that the two doors on the wall in front of you both open up to the same room, which is a feast hall. The tables and stuff here are completely gone. They're basically nothing. They've completely disintegrated. But there are some kind of logs and other kind of short, hasty, rough construction furniture that's in here to serve as some makeshift tables and such. It just looks like a place to gather and eat at that time. As you continue on, there is kind of a small storage room, beyond which lies another hallway that is connected to the kitchens and the larder. And once you get back to this way, you see a doorway that leads out into kind of the main floor of the fortress, or at least another larger area. There's also a spiral staircase that goes up, and there is a doorway off to your right. So you want to go through doorway, you want to go upstairs, or you want to go through other big room?
Big room.
Big room.
Okay. As you kind of peek through and look into the other big room, there is what looks like a small group of cultists here who are in the process of combing through some pages in books. Most of them have very simple kind of cultist attire. There is one, on the other hand, that is wearing nicer attire. He wears black robes, but underneath he's wearing kind of like this pale snot green kind of shirt underneath. And then also has some other accoutrement, but also a large sigil. This guy is elven, as far as you can tell, and has the pale skin and sunken eyes as some of the other cultists you've met. As he kind of is flipping through, his eyes kind of flit up to you guys. You can see any light that catches his eyes is mildly reflected back, and it's got this kind of really dark, dried, congealed blood kind of look to it. As if the eyes themselves have no life, but are instead slightly red. As he's kind of just gestures at the two of you. Well, something to report.
Of course. Unfortunately, there has been no word of the shipment.
Damn that monarch. Unfortunately, he's always been so dependable. If he hasn't returned yet, then it's quite possible he's been dealt with. Well, either that or he's lost a hold of those damned ogre pets of his. Either way, we'll simply need to collect some new specimens. In the end, it doesn't change our timeline at all, really. They're just extra fodder for the revolution. The artifact itself is charged enough, so I suppose we simply have to await this evening when the Mistress Vinea comes. She'll be able to use the skull, and we will move on to our final plan. Very well. If there's nothing else, move on and see to the rest of your duties.
One final question.
His eyes
Is there
snap
any-
right back up at you.
Being as important as tonight is there anything else we can do to assist with the arrival of the mistress?
It's hard to say for certain. If Monarch has indeed run into issues, there may be some difficulty. Our spies have also told us a group of adventurers has entered into Alder's Mill. I suppose we'll hear back shortly whether or not we were able to collect our trainees from Blackthorn. It would appear that perhaps we may be coming down to the wire. I suppose we should start by reinforcing the chamber. We should ensure that the skull remains intact. So, I suppose you should check in with the guard down there and see if there's any assistance you can give in that respect. If adventurers do come, we'll simply add them to the mountain of corpses we'll send along with us. Hopefully, if all is right for this evening, we'll be in Abaddon before you know it.
I have a question.
I
How many? Not to the person. This is me to the DM.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's like I just talk invisible. How many of the cultists are there reading books?
There are 4 cultists reading books, and then there's this guy, who was reading books and is currently talking to you.
What's the size of this room?
This
'Cause
room,
I'm just peering in there.
the main
invisible
bulk of
body.
it is like 30 by 30.
I'm
And
very,
it's got a lot of like murder holes and stuff in it. Based on its rough construction, you would assume this is either the Lord's Manor room, or it's a garrison room of some kind.
so the next time Volred says anything, I'm going to kind of tug on people's shirts gently and whisper just loud enough for those guys to hear, like telling them I'm moving in for the talking guy. Like I'm moving in, and I'm just going to tug, let them know that I'm going into that room, invisible.
Okay. These guys, you're not tugging on the
not
cultist
you.
rope.
No, that's 'cause I'm just by them, so like I'm moving now.
Okay.
And Volred does not understand what Azal means by that, but great to know. And Volred will just respond to the what do we refer to this guy? The admiral, the head honcho,
He's the guy in charge here.
the dude. Volred just responds back to the dude. Of course, we will ensure everything's in place. If there's more news to be communicated, we will be back to you swiftly.
Good. We want everything in order for when the mistress arrives. You are dismissed.
Volred just nods his head and turns around and walks out.
If I was
Did his
walking speed of 35 feet, would I be near the guy?
Yeah,
Does
you
it
could
have
get
that
anywhere in the
little
room
thing?
you wanted to with that movement.
So let's see. Volred just announces like, I'll be dismissing myself or getting on his way. I'm like, cool. I divinely charge with bonus action, and I'd attack the dude he was talking to.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. You're
just
gonna.
attack him.
Can you imagine seeing that?
So I appear, all the tattoos on me, just glowing radiant energy. It's like, yay.
I think the fuck not, bitch.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, that is fine. So you guys are just gonna jump into it. Okay, asshole.
I see a nicely sized room with individuals. I'm invisible. Like, ooh. I like my odds.
Okay. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it tonight.
Stop it here. Yeah, because it's going
Because
to take an hour.
yes, because this is probably gonna take you guys a while. So, okay, guys. Well, thanks so much for coming out, I guess, and watching. We will see what happens next session for Chapter 87. Also, maybe at the end of the month, we still don't know yet. We'll know for sure by next session, next Tuesday. But if you guys are going to be at A-Fest in Dallas, maybe you will see us there.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
If you're there, you might
we'll
see
be
me.
there, but
There may be a panel run by us.
we won't know.
Either way, we shall see you for Adventures in Athoria, Chapter 87, next week on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Start
night.
next week
Good
and
night,
we'll fight some
everybody.
things.